So, for today's adventure, we've got Yogg and Draven back from a little bit of a break. Before we get into too much of a description for the adventure, let's get a quick character description from you guys. Homer, let's start with you, of course.
I hope I've updated this since the last time I gave it. So, hey, I'm Homer. I'm role-playing as Yogg, who is role-playing as a halfling. He's actually part goblin, part gremlin, or groblin. He covers it up pretty well with one of his normal size, but oversized for him, wizarding hats. He is almost 4 foot tall, enjoys sneaking around and reverse pickpocketing. He's got a classically checkered past for a rogue, and having mostly grown up in the streets after his mom pulled the ultimate prank and abandoned him, but is turning over a new leaf with the Vanguard. He also always has some kind of unique leaf in his pocket. Most of all, Yogg loves a weird, mostly harmless prank more than anything else.
Very cool. Love to get it. Love to get an intro like that. It seems almost perfected at this point.
You know, it's going to make me feel weird now because I don't think I say the same thing for Draven or for any of my other my Magnus and I play him. I think I just say whatever at that point now. But no, so I am playing Draven actually today. Draven, he is a Terraborn, so he comes from the underground. He's a Spellblade who kind of came into his powers. There was an incident, down underground. It kind of broke his mind a little bit, gave him a psychic type of abilities. That's more where his magic is from. It also broke his voice, so he does talk a little bit on the high side, but he uses it to his advantage. He's a little southern too, I think, from the southern part of the mines, but he is highly dedicated to the Radiant Vanguard and to those that he goes out with, that he will put his body in harm's way to protect others. That's why he lost an arm in one session and a hand later on. But he will do anything that needs to be done. He really rides that line of what is right, but he's starting this time away after the incident with the book at the Council of Calderana. He took some time away, and he was with his people when he felt the earth really shake, and that would have been when the enchanted forest ended up merging with Enza, and he came out and he just. He realized what, there's work to be done. I need to go back, and he came back to see where he can help.
Very cool. It's a good intro too. I do really like it, and I am glad to see Draven back on the scene.
Yes, definitely glad to have him back.
So,
I think I'll be going by Hergers for sure.
Yeah, that's the whole reason Draven came back.
Yeah.
But for today, we've got a adventure that's kind of been called out a little bit ago during the Council of Catarana. The entire reason the Thessalar Enclave even came to the table was so that they could study the summoning site of the Titans, both the Nature Titan and the Magma Titan. You guys are going to be escorting these researchers to the sites. Yogg, you should happen to know where both of these sites are. They might be a little bit, broken at the time, but at the moment we really just need to get an insight of what they're thinking. They're not necessarily on our allies list at the moment, and we need to see if we can help them get in their good graces, or really just figure out what they're able to get from this site. So if they can get some research to share, we would love that on Enza's part, but just make sure they're not doing anything shady while they're in Enza's territory.
Makes sense. And Draven's was there for both too. So he lost his arm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You said these are envoys from the Thessalar Enclave, right?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
The sea people. And if there's anything that you guys wanted to do before we actually do get to adventuring, they're pretty much just gonna come knocking right on your door. They're expected pretty soon to Enza. You have a specific time and date that they're supposed to arrive. And if you'd like to prepare for that time and date or some supplies, please go ahead and do.
I really want to go by Hergers. I really do, but there's nothing that I really need from him.
Well, he
But-
clicked his. It's totally.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I should go by and be like, and let him know, like, hey, I heard I had a message that you had something for me. Yeah, I do want to go to Herger's actually.
Okay, sounds good to me. And as you head over to Herder's, it's usual hustle and bustle. All of his employees are, back up and alive, just like the last one you saw wasn't doing too well. He's just got a hangover now. But as you guys are walking into the scene, Herder notices Draven and he's gonna say, "Long time no see. I've been holding on to money for you longer than I've ever held on to really any amount of money."
Wait, didn't he give it to?
He gave it to Magnus last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. Did you get it?
Oh, well, hey there, Herger. Yeah, I was coming by because I was told you had some gold for me or something for me here. So I was just coming to come pick it up. I had a message on my bunk that I needed to come get it from you. What do you got for me there, Herger?
Well, your roommate Magnus said he was gonna give it to you.
My roommate Magnus. Well, he ain't my roommate. We're just work together in the Radiant Vanguard.
Now listen, my name ain't Herder. I know that this was meant to make it to your pocket. You gotta be telling me you don't have a single gold?
Herger, I just got back into town, man. I've been gone for a little while. There was a message in my bunk. Like I said, hey, Herger's looking for you. He's been holding on to something for you. So I figured I'd come by, see my good friend, see how you're doing, how's business going, and pick up whatever it was you have for me.
Well, maybe we'll talk to Magnus. You find him, he should have what you're looking for.
Well, I mean, okay. Did you give it to him and tell him to give it to me or something? Or I can't believe you just give it to someone else, Herger. That just seems like non-friend-like.
Sweating just a little bit, like his brow furring, pretty much getting to the point of a unibrow. He's like, "I'm gonna kill that guy."
Well, Herger, yeah, I'll tell you what, it was good seeing you. I guess I'll try to get a hold of Magnus and see what was it you gave him anyway, so do I know what to ask for?
Bag of gold. Just a couple of residuals for sending your Radiant Vanguard buddies my way.
Oh, well, hey, Herger, you didn't have to do that, but I guess I'll go get a hold of Magnus and see what he's got for me. If he ain't got it, I guess I'll just come back and let you know, huh?
Yeah, you better let me know. Don't be disappearing for months on end. I need my best customer around.
Well, all right. I don't need nothing out of here. Yogg, you need anything out of here?
I think Yogg actually wouldn't have come with you. He would have been trying to convince you not to go since he helped Magnus steal the gold.
All right. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd been like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything for you. Like, I don't. He's like really awkward about it.
Yeah.
No, you can
I'm
go
gonna
alone.
leave
It's okay.
I'm gonna leave Herger's intent on trying to find Magnus now and find this gold. But no, other than that, no, I am good. I'm ready to go meet up with the envoys.
Okay, definitely. So the envoys arrive exactly on the time that they were scheduled to do so. You're going to see 4 sea elves, all kind of like at the front of the gate, kind of looking for direction, and you're supposed to be the guys giving them direction. They have a cart behind them of a whole bunch of different like research supplies and different things like that. And you're gonna notice that it's being carted by a horse, but it's also like a very sea-like horse. It's not like a literal seahorse, right? But it has a couple of horns too pointing out at the top, and it looks like it has coral growing on the sides of it. It looks partially aquatic.
How are the sea elves dressed? Like, what kind of items? What do they have on them?
Oh, how fortunate of you to ask.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
We came prepared.
we got 4 elves before you. We're looking at Scholar Lyris Valel. We have the Wave Marshal Keith Rune, Acolyte Sen, and Mara the Recorder.
What
was the third one?
It was really fast.
Oh, sorry. So the first one is Envoy Lyris Vathal. He's pretty much the voice. The second one is Wave Marshal Keth Rune. The third one is Acolyte Sen. And then the fourth one is Mara, the recorder.
The only one that I didn't hear again was the third one again.
Oh, sorry. It's Acolyte.
Acolyte Sen.
Yeah. Senn.
Okay.
What was the envoy? I just missed. Sorry, let me try that again.
Envoy,
the envoy Lyris.
Envoy's Lyris Vathal.
Yep. Veythal.
Wave Marshal Tethrun, Acolyte Sen, Recorder Mara.
Yep.
Mara. Cool. So they definitely look not necessarily like warriors.
Only one of them is going to be like a warrior type of person, and that's going to be Wave Marshal Keth. He's the security for this party.
Makes sense. Is Sen the other dude, or is Lyris the other dude?
Oh, Sen, the Wave Marshal. Oh, no, this one's Keth, and then this one is...
Seer.
Okay, sorry about that. So, Keth and Lyris are the men. So, Keth right here is the Wave Marshal, and then this one right here is like the voice, the leader. And then you have the Mara, the recorder, on the right. And then last but not least, we have Acolyte Sen.
Okay.
I think Doug would have. I should have said this earlier, but I think he would have prepared, like, once again, some kind of weird food, but he would have done some like research where like it would seem like a weird gift for me to give. They would recognize it as like something that they would like, that like isn't as common here, but is more common where they're like in the Thistler Enclave.
Okay.
But it would be like not like a fancy thing. It'd be like a bag of street food type. You know what I mean? Like, but it would be like, oh, I recognize this. So it wouldn't be like on a platter. It would just like he'd be like handing out bags of like greasy street food from like common in the Thistler Enclave.
And just octopus tentacle on a stick.
Yeah. Here, this reminds you of home. while you're here in the big city.
And not wishing to offend, they would all, bow slightly and just take one. The scholar, or Mara, the recorder, she would bite at it just a little bit. She's kind of like a minimized type of person, right? And she also has glasses on too. It doesn't show it in the picture, but she'd like push them up, take a bite, and like fall forward again. Wave Marshal's just gonna eat it all in one bite.
Nice. When he does that, I'm like, oh, I forgot to warn you. I put some extra spicy stuff on there. Like, you may not be used to that. My own concoction.
Yeah. So Draven would walk up and he'd be like, well, hey y'all, this is I know we haven't met before. I'm Draven, and I know how much you guys like education and knowledge and all of that, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of living ore. But I got a couple shards of living ore from the Twilight Domain that I'd like to gift you for you to study. There ain't much you're going to get from these, I don't think. But hey, you're the knowledge people, not so much me. So I'd like to gift you these couple shards.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much. Any gifts are always welcome. And something to study is welcome in my book. And he's just going to tuck those away in one of his... many satchels that you're gonna see hidden underneath one of his robes here, and it's almost like a Batman utility belt of this guy like whipping out several different satchels, just tucks it away, and he says, "It's good to meet you all. I am Lyris, the leader of this fine group."
Yag is gonna pull out from one of his like little hidden pockets, and it's gonna be the messed up one that he got from the one dwarf. But don't worry, baby, I would never give you away. And like put it back.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think he would do a somewhat, kind of greeting, like learn everyone's name and, oh hey, what do you do, type of a deal, and introduce himself, that kind of thing.
Definitely.
Definitely a halfling.
Ooh, okay, definitely. And they would all bow very formally. You can notice that they're all very well trained for like manners and being in like high society, so it's very like hoity-toity, but not like trying to show it off, just like the perfect amount of slant when it comes to a bow. Ah, thank you, young halfling. Stuff like that, addressing you by your surname should you choose to give it.
Who just said Yak, he would have messed that up. He would have been like 80% accurate in how you're supposed to like treat people formally.
Nice. And They're all particularly friendly. Even the guy in the back who's rough and gruff has been told to be nice throughout this adventure. So he's pretty much just like, got a smile on. They didn't really see any troubles on their way here. And they're happy to share with you the adventures that they've had on the way. It was very, very easy of a time for them. And they would like to know which one of the travel sites you would like to adventure to first.
Do you need a break before we get?
Oh, no,
I'm
thank
also
you.
gonna point to the horse and be like, "What does your sea thing horse creature have a name?"
Ah, yes. This is Cynthia, and she is.
That's my neighbor's name. Are they related? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. They do look similar, though. Don't tell her I said that, though.
He's just gonna be petting the horse a little bit, and as you see him petting the horse, there's actually like little droplets of water coming off of his hand, just like moisturizing the horse in a way.
Oh, that's cool.
She shall be fine, and so should we. It's early in the morning as we arrive, and we're all well rested.
Does Cynthia also like spicy octopus? Like hold out one more bag. It's like half eaten.
She has a very regulated diet, I must say, as he continues to pet her. And he'll pull out like this brand of like seaweed oats. And he's like, only the best for her.
That makes sense.
You can start to see that this is actually Lyris's horse.
I know
Okay.
we're supposed to be escorting you guys to these sites and all that, but what can you tell us about these sites?
Well, first and foremost, our hope is to see if there's a way to reverse the summoning process. If there's a way that we can, put the lid back on the jar, so to say, we would love to do that. Exactly. If we can shove both the nature and magma titan back into Katarana to replenish the earth, to replenish Katarana's life force and energies, all the better. The age of titans is long over, and their existence truthfully only sucks the life away from the planet.
So, all right, out of this character, I guess. So they want to go to the sites that the Titans came into being.
Yes, where they were summoned in the first place.
Oh, wow, just really. Well, I'm glad Draven came back at this time. He failed to make a hit to keep the one from coming into existence, and then he lost his arm at the other place. Wow. Well played, Alex. Okay. For me, I think I would be good with going to the. I cannot remember the name of the mountain that we were at for that.
I think if he was saying that, I think y'all would be like, let's go to the mean one first.
Yeah, what is it? Kalgon? Yeah, I'd say let's go where Kalgon got released, because we might be able to find something there. Because where the one priest person, whatever, sacrificed himself, there may be a book still there, or there might be something there we might be able to find, I think.
Okay.
So I'm down with going there.
And while this conversation is going on, you're going to see Mara just hastily writing almost everything down. And Lyris steps forward to say, excellent. Shall we go to the Magma Titan's birthplace? I'm excited to see it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's going to be the best place to go, is go there first. I mean, I can tell you that there was some priest-like guy that was reading from some fancy-looking book whenever he was releasing him, but I don't think we grabbed that book or anything out of there.
Well, fortunately, we've taken into account that the book is no longer available. We might not be able to use the book as a catalyst to summon the Magma Titan, so to say, but it appears that the Nature Titan was not used with a book as a catalyst, so perhaps we can try to form our own. And that's why we're here to research today. But if you do have a book handy, I wouldn't turn it down.
Oh, I was there when Tolerant came to being. She kind of sacrificed herself to become the Nature Titan that she is now. I don't know how that worked out, but Yogg right here, he's good friends with her. I'd almost say best friends with her.
I'd pull out the stick. I'm like, check this out. She gave this to me.
And then all four of them are just gonna look at it like it's just a normal stick and be like, Oh, very nice. That's good.
Yeah, we're like best friends. And I do carry like a staff around now, and I've been like, this I got from a lich, but that's not the same thing.
Mara in particular, she's gonna have like the widest eyes behind her glasses as soon as you mention like having contact with a lich at all, and she's gonna say, hopefully it's dead now, and as she stops recording.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about this on the way if you guys want, but we should probably get going so we can make some good time to get there.
Certainly. And all four of them are gonna agree pretty much simultaneously. Please lead the way.
So we're going to the nature area first, right? With Toleran.
Doing the magnet. It doesn't matter. Either one's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's let fate decide. I was gonna say over 10 we go to Kolgon, below 10 we go to Toleran.
All right.
Let's do some Toleran.
Well, sounds good to me. Now, first things first, you guys pretty much know the way to the Nature Titans summoning site, and it's kind of been decimated simply from just summoning a Titan. The area has large swaths of like just land taken away from it, and you can see from where roots come up and out from as the Nature Titan walks. And the trail to get to this location is relatively easy to do so. It's almost like there's a plane's worth of field just walking to this distance. If you guys do want to roll for anything like special to happen during travel here, just to see how well you do, maybe some sort of survival check or nature or whatever you think you could be doing during this adventure. And you're also going to have help from your wave martial cap.
Cannot.
I would just be doing I'd be probably doing a survival check. Actually, I'm gonna do an awareness check. I'll just do an awareness check, just trying to stay alert on while we're going there, our surroundings and all of that.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and
Would
see a
it
roll
be
for that.
possible for Yog to sit in the cart and just try to like be talking with Mara the whole time, to like an insight kind of like, do they have any secret motives or like anything like that?
Yeah, sure. And whatever you want to roll for that one too, for like persuasion or.
I was gonna roll like I would be trying not to talk. I'd be trying to like get her to talk the whole time about. You were right, Chris. He called it. He said that.
Yeah.
We started. He rolled, and he was like, "There was my one good roll."
I'm gonna be right back just to make sure my print's going well.
Mm-hmm. I think too, Yog. We're going to the Toleran. I think he would have brought a big bag of like an offering, like a big bag of some like from his secret garden of like a bunch of stuff. He would have brought maybe some even like saplings or something, like some of the younger plants to like come plant in that spot.
I would say that the closer that we get to where that to the tree where Magnus lost his arm, you're just gonna kind of see him rubbing his little nub because his arm's not out right now. It's that's his arm has now become like a packed weapon that regenerates back. So when he doesn't have it out, it's just his nub, and you'll just kind of see him. Like I think Yog would notice him. He'll be talking to everyone, kind of normal, trying to act like nothing's wrong, but you'll see him every now and then just kind of rub.
Yep, I think I would recognize that. I was saying, Alex said, I think Yog would have brought like a big bag of some of the different plants from his secret garden. And instead of it being like harvested like leaves or things like that, it would be like maybe little sapling type, whatever the word for, some of the younger plants he's going to go plant. Like it's sort of like an offering, even though like everything's dead there, they're probably going to die, but it's sort of a, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
offering,
awesome.
I guess would be what you'd call it.
That's awesome. Anything like a plant in particular that you were hoping to plant there, or just like a good array from the secret garden?
Yeah, I think it'd be like a variety. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Probably like those like Fobacco.
Yep.
So like a variety, and then it's like several Fobacco. Yeah.
That's business for later. But you guys do pretty well, right? Magnus, maybe not so much as you're walking towards this scene where your first severed limb happened. You've got a little bit of a pain, as you were saying, right? And awareness is really not your friend today. You're looking around, like somehow a squirrel snuck up on you this time, and you are like kind of on high alert, but not really. You haven't really seen trouble yet, but if it was gonna get you, it would have hit you in the face by now.
Makes sense.
Fortunately, Homer is doing really well, and we have some help from Wave Master over here. He's basically a success on his own. Now, as you're sitting here talking to Mara in the cart that's being pulled along by the seahorse here, she's got a very like eclectic way of talking, kind of, I guess, like Sheldon Cooper like, you know? She's very analytical, very short, but oftentimes very innocent too. So she'll be just sitting here talking, trying to say like, so what we're going to do is make sure that we get the Magma Scar and Nature Heart Echo completely analyzed and possibly even remade. After which, we need to make sure that we have the rituals for the summonings in place as well as reversed. Not to mention keeping contingency Tempest, and then she's gonna stop her sentence there, and then she's just gonna change the subject. But as we are going to make sure that the pillars and things work out for the ritual. Just a little bit flustered after she accidentally mentioned contingency Tempest.
Yeah, contingency Tempest. Is that? I think he would let her go for a little bit, and then be like, "Oh, earlier you were talking about like when you guys have a storm, like a back to something. Like pretend like he kind of intentionally misunderstood." Contingent, like a tempest, and like try to like he'll say something along those lines of like, wait, can you tell me more about that? Like I missed what you were saying.
She's just gonna stutter a little bit, kind of like get shifty eyes, and somehow her ears even lower just a tiny bit, and she's just gonna be like, there's really nothing to worry about. The storm isn't really a problem.
Okay, I mean we're pretty far from the coast. That makes sense.
And like a bead of sweat just pulling off of her forehead.
I'd say that I'm probably not really paying attention, so I'm not gonna really catch any of that.
Later though, I think Yog would like relay that, like, hey, there's something maybe they're not telling us about this. She said some Tempest, but he also, as much as he was pretending, he also like really doesn't know what that means. So
yeah, it's good that you were talking to her alone, because she's kind of like the small one of the group. You might get the most leeway with her for sure.
I got that feeling just from the pictures, actually. That's why I focused on her.
So yeah, you guys are going pretty well with this like travel here. It's not too long before you guys do reach the point where you're starting to like crest over the like hills to see this clearing where this giant tree used to be. And is there anything that you might want to do before you reach your destination? And you are directing this group. They don't know they're about to be here.
So I would probably right before we get into that area, that clearing of the area, I'm just gonna remind them like, hey, just understand, like coming up through here, there was a forest that before Talarin was Talarin, she was actually like in a spirit type of form, like here for the forest and providing like life and well-being to some these, I guess, I don't know if you'd call them mechanisms or what you'd call them, but this is village gear moss that we're coming up on. I'm not sure how much still going to be around here, but this is what Talarin sacrificed herself for, was for the protection of this planet that we're on. So it might be some devastation up around here, so just be mindful of that.
Thank you for your warnings and kind words. As you guys do begin to crest over this hill here, you do see gear moss and all its just broken glory. Bodies littered all over this whole scene. If I had the picture, I'd totally show you, but Cody's not here today. I couldn't get it. Either way, you got a whole bunch of these like broken down little circle moss built huts just like on the floor. Some of them just half broken, some of them still hanging. A couple of the like half robotic, somewhat wooden body sentient life forms no longer living anymore. And it's just kind of feels like a massacre without the blood and gore. As you guys,
Yog had kind of tried to forget this part. So it's like feels a little bit. He kind of eggs Talleyrand on to, not egged on, but you know, encouraged her for this to happen. So it's like he feels somewhat responsible for like the death of all, like sort of this genocide that took place. So I think he's gonna take like half of the plants he brought with him and like plant them like in or on some of the different, like he'll take a moment to like sneak off and go, not like super sneaky, like he's trying to hide the fact that he's doing this, but like not trying to cause a commotion or make a big deal about it, just sort of like step to the side, wait for the group to pass, and then start planting like stuff where they had died, a few of them. Okay. Especially if he recognizes any of them.
Definitely.
So, and then as we come across all that, and I'm just gonna ask, him like, so I know you said you're looking at maybe finding a way to reverse the summon and all that, but are you also looking for a way to help heal Talleyrand? Are we looking for that as well?
Yes, absolutely. In all honesty, we're just an afterthought. There's a small party of adventurers looking for the solution after the solution. The Titans will have to go away eventually, and certainly we hope that will be after the Magma Titan's demise, or resealing, if we can find what we need here.
Yeah, wasn't there a viewpoint that like killing a Titan would be super tragic?
Absolutely.
That it was better to reseal them?
It is a very, very last resort effort to try to kill a Titan. And as like you are planting some of these plants, especially near some of the mechanisms that you might have gotten to know for a short time, Sen is gonna notice what you're doing. She's the acolyte, right? So she's gonna notice like almost like a religious rite of what you're doing here, and she's just gonna put her hand on your shoulder and say, "Were they your friends?"
Only met. Weren't there like a couple of kids that we came across?
There were a few kids that were still playing around, and most of the mechanisms were halfway there, but still good-hearted.
Yeah. Like I didn't know them well, but I watched this one, play for a small amount of time before this happened. So maybe you can continue its play, through the life of this new plant.
Indeed, and the innocence of others is so important to preserve. And she's gonna just glance over at Mara for a moment and walk away.
And I try to stick like one of the dead sticks from this area in her pocket, in Sen's pocket.
You can give it a try. Go ahead and go for a roll.
Would this, with my mischievous hands, I get advantage on trickery checks made to conceal or steal objects? If I'm putting it in her pocket, would that count as concealing it? If not, that's fine.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you advantage for this one.
I'm stretching the definition of conceal. Do that. Oh, okay. There's a nat 20 there. 27.
There we go.
Dude!
My best rolls are when it's the most unimportant thing ever.
Yeah.
For real. And honestly, you don't even look back, right? Like she's got her hand on your shoulder, and you know exactly where every pinpoint of her body, pressure point would be, right? So you got a stick in your hand. You don't even look at her. You just kind of flip it behind your back, just straight into her pocket. She didn't notice either. Smoothest thing that could have happened on the planet.
If I could also include maybe a handful of tobacco leaves in there too. Just randomly a stick and some leaves and maybe some dirt in that pocket.
You definitely could manage that.
I'm gonna bring this up later, by the way.
Perfect.
I want to ask Lyris. I just want to kind of ask him hey, so just so I'm understanding right, you got all this gear here that you're bringing with all this cart full of stuff for just observational type things, and you're gonna do a ritual? What's that consist of?
Oh no, we're currently studying here to be able to pull off a ritual, but in reverse. The ritual to summon the Titan, but backwards. So hopefully we can unsummon them. And we'll likely have to find the Titan, perform a ritual at the same time, maybe even lure them back here. We're not 100% sure what that might entail, but this is a studying research ritual, more or less. We don't plan to perform it yet, but we do plan on being on the road for quite some time.
Okay. just curious. I mean, it just seems like a lot of gear you guys got. So what if here we don't find anything here? What's your plans then?
Well, the plan after here is head over to the Magma Titan. Summoning places and Magma Titan summoning spaces. But if we don't find anything there, I guess we head home and go back to the drawing board.
I don't know any better questions to ask to find out if they're. I'm trying to think of something to ask to see like if there's anything other than what he's saying, but I can't really honestly think of anything.
So I'm just gonna. So I mean, like, so Cat keeps you safe. Lyris talks for you. Mira is keeping records of everything. So Sen is the one that is actually like doing the studying and the investigating. Is that what everyone's jobs are?
You can think of all of us as researchers, but Sen is certainly the standout in that regard. She is a standout in her field and even leads a good wing of classes. You could even call her I think it's a dean in your wording.
Dean was my uncle. You guys know a lot about me.
Similar cultures.
Yeah, he did spend a lot of time teaching the kids. That makes sense. Yeah, a dean. Okay. Yeah, that's a weird way of saying it, but it makes sense.
I guess at this point, I'll just kind of like we'll just try to guide them more to where the center of the site was, I guess.
Definitely.
Well, do you guys want to look around here? Yeah, I mean, you guys want to look around the village where Gearmoss was? Or do you want to go ahead and take you over to the site where Gearmoss basically became Talaren?
We would definitely love to see where Talaren became Talaren. It is very important that we see the site from which they emerged.
I'd say we just try to escort them best I'm sure it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and it really is. As you guys are getting closer and closer to this site here, you're going to see a very big clearing and a twisted ground in the center. The scale here is probably...
So down there was where the... Oh,
sorry. Are you guys on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The scale here is maybe just a little bit off. Just assume it's much bigger than what the picture may show. But it's a giant pit here that's twisted roots and vines. It looks like there used to be a giant stump in its place, and now it's just a large clearing. Nothing has necessarily grown back just yet. It's looking not dead, but tangle-vined in every which way.
Magnus is gonna kind of walk up. I want to kneel down and just kind of put my hands on the roots, and just in my plant speech, just kind of say to them like, I know it was harsh what you guys went through, and I really feel for you guys, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're healing okay. And I just want to see if I can get a sense of like if the earth around there is like void of anything. Like, is it a void of life or anything? I don't know best way to say that.
So as you're feeling this root here, do you want to give me like some sort of a check or nature, something that makes sense to you? But you do feel like a strange response when you try to talk to it as a plant.
Yeah, I'll just do a nature check. I bet that's the one. I thought that was a 19 on the die right there.
So it doesn't talk back to you, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, hey, would I have it? Wait, would I have advantage because I'm fluent in plant? I didn't eat that seed. I mean, I speak plant fluently.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Unfortunately, not this time, because it wasn't able to respond. Not because it couldn't talk to you, but because it doesn't have a voice to do so. You feel energy being drawn into the center, like massively. Like if something was going to respond, it's whisked away almost instantly into the direction of the center.
Oh wow! I'd stand up and I would tell the group like what I just felt and what I sensed at that moment.
Definitely. And all of the elves are just gonna be like overjoyed now that they know that they're here, right? All of them are gonna be like, oh, thank goodness we're here. Start like taking off their backpacks, start unfurling different things out of the cart that they brought with them, like a couple of boxes that get set down on the ground to set up a table.
I'm gonna be right away. I'm just Magnus would be like, I did it. Draven would be like, he'd see how excited they all are and how they're just getting ready. And I'd be like, hey, just take a minute, please. The earth is hurting right now. My friends, these plants, there's something wrong. They are living force as well. So I know you're excited, but please show a little respect to the earth itself.
Okay. And Lyris gonna be the first one to jump up. It's gonna be like, oh, very sorry to disrespect. Please do not take our enthusiasm for disrespect. We simply mean to heal the earth. That is all.
Well, just let me know where I can help, because these plants here are my friends, and I want to make sure they're doing well.
And what were you going to say?
Yog would definitely, while you guys were doing that, he'd be like, yeah, show some respect. And he would just go like climbing down in there, like as far in as he can go, like as quick as possible. Mm-hmm. He wants to plant the rest of his plants as close to where the heart was, down in the hole.
Definitely. Yeah, you're going to be able to get pretty close to the heart. Honestly, you'd be able to tell that it was the center here. That's where everything emerged from. And getting closer and closer, you would be able to plant stuff whenever you wanted to. You're also going to notice that the researchers are doing their rounds. A couple of them have like these tuning forks that respond to like magical elemental energy. And they're just like walking around trying to find like the perfect spot. And you kind of just show them the perfect spot already because you're like, oh, the heart was right here.
Yeah. He'll just plant all that, and then he's gonna go back and be like, is there anything, like, especially if they're trying to listen, he'll be like accidentally be like loudly like, that's kind of loud. Do you guys need help with anything? Like trying to talk over it, especially like if they're trying to like be quiet. And
that's funny. Which one did you choose to do that to? Because it might be a different kind of response.
I think the envoy this time. Because I think you've probably had the least amount of interaction with the envoy so far.
Okay. Are you talking about the Wave Marshal Keth, or are you talking about Lyris, the leader?
Lyris the leader, yeah. That's what I meant. Totally. When I say envoy, I meant leader, yeah.
Yep, no, you are absolutely right. He's a scholar envoy, Lyris Vaethal. He's a mouthful. And as you do that, it's honestly funny that... you're doing that to him because you can tell that he has the most experience in being able to like manage difficult situations, more or less. So almost doesn't even phase him when he very clearly just stops his tuning fork and he's like, yes, answers your question relatively shortly and then starts the tuning fork again.
Can I also stick something in his pocket while he's busy doing that?
Yeah, go on ahead.
Okay. I think I would grab a stick from around here, like a twig, like something small, a little bit of dirt, and some tobacco leaves, the same thing, to stick in their pocket.
Okay.
21.
I'm pretty darn
I love
good.
these are where your rolls are at.
Yeah.
In all of the commotion and a large amount of vibration taking up a good side of his body, you are able to slip in one of these sticks with leaves and dirt. It's almost like a mini bonsai plant.
I think I might use this to accuse him of theft later, is what I'm thinking. I haven't quite decided yet.
So, is there anything in particular that you guys want to do in this site before, anything special happens? All of these researchers have got all of their research gear out. They're starting to take samples. They're all in different areas, like getting their research done. And some experiments are starting to go underway.
Is there a bag of Mara's, like that's like obviously like her travel pack type of a deal, like something that would be clearly just her belongings would be inside of it?
Yeah. I think Mara would probably have a bag. In all honesty, she would probably have the one that's like the cutesy bag. Probably the only one that's like designed in any way.
Now, could Yog maybe hide like 100 gold pieces in her bag in a place that she would be unlikely to, what he thinks she would be unlikely to check very often?
Sure. Sneaking away to the cart might take a roll just to make sure that nobody's watching, like the Wave Master or Wave Marshal.
Roll some sneakery. I could do that. 22.
I love it.
It's because it's not important. That's why I can.
Oh, I know.
So you are definitely.
It feels not important. It feels not important until you get caught.
True. But you are totally able to sneak on over to their cart, slip into the back, right, and see a couple of different like boxes and packs, some things that haven't been unloaded, and you'll see a very like frilly designed satchel, and you're able to slip 100 gold in one of the pockets that are still locked. Like some of them are unlocked because they were just recently used to be able to do her research, but some of them are still locked, and not like locked, padlocked, just like, strapped down.
Yeah. Okay. I did remove that from my inventory and put in 100 gold pieces.
Just spreading the wealth.
We'll see what happens. I can't think of anything other than to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to be back. Magnus will be back just kind of observing.
Definitely. And the first thing that you are actually going to notice with the experiment, one of them has a very large stick that looks like a lightning rod, and they placed it directly into the center, and they keep just shooting it with different types of elemental magics to see what happens, and give off just like, I shoot it with fire and then this effect happens. I shoot it with lightning and this effect happens, just to see if they can put more ambient elemental magic in the area and to see how the area interacts with it. And one after another, after the tests have been going on for, let's say, 20 minutes or so, the center begins to shake. It begins to have a bit of a like ominous feeling to it, as something very, very close to what Talaren looked like in the first place emerges. A very crude version of her, I might say.
Oh.
This before you looks to be a nature golem, a nature elemental. It's not as big as it may seem, but I'm trying to get the picture.
Yeah. Quickly, I have a quick question. As they're doing things and communicating and writing stuff down and all that stuff, are they doing that in common? Are they doing it in some form of Elvish?
So they are.
So even if Yogg, he doesn't understand Arcane, but would he at least understand the words generally that they're using?
For the most part, they're going to be just using common. There's a lot of races over at the Thessalar, so it's in their best interest to be able to use common for the most part. But if they were being secretive, like maybe a diary or something, that might be Elven.
I think frequently Yogg is going to try to keep notes about what they're talking about, even though he's going to have no idea. Like, I wouldn't even try to roll to understand it. Like, he'll try to keep notes of like what they're talking about and what they're doing.
Okay.
So, Magnus. So I actually have mastery in Arcana. And that's something that Magnus was working on back when he left, because he's trying to meditate and all that. But
yeah,
can I do like an Arcana check to see if Magnus can pick up what they're doing?
Absolutely.
Go there.
And I promise we'll interact with the golem.
Is it messed
I'm not going to get any good rolls.
One of them.
Hey, you're working your way up. It's generally an upward trajectory.
I mean, I'm getting there. Man, like when I need a roll, I don't get the roll. When I don't need it, it's like this dice roller for roll 20 knows when like, oh, I heard what they just said.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 14.
Not bad, but not great. You do get a decent idea of what they're like trying to do, right? But it's not necessarily like, oh yeah, this will happen because this happens. You don't necessarily know what could happen or the negative repercussions of what they're doing.
Okay.
This golem, by the way, does it look like it's fighting us, or is it just like, wait, is it like an image of a golem, or like an actual golem, like forms like a physical treant, basically, but pretty?
So it basically is a treant before you that just formed. It looks like in the form of Talaren, but like a lot smaller. It is a golem before you, and it's not necessarily attacking yet, but there's still an air of mystery around it. No one really knows if it's friend or foe.
Can I plant speak to it and just try to speak and plant to it and ask it? First, Dre was gonna say, I'm sorry if we disturbed you. I know that these elves here were doing a bunch of stuff, and I told them to be careful and not to hurt the earth. And I apologize if we've disturbed you somehow, but we're not here to do any more harm.
And plant speak, it's a form of telepathy, like for plants, just because they don't really like speak outwardly. And you're gonna speak to them, and they're gonna try their best to speak to you, but it really just comes in as like this primal grunting or a roar. They don't necessarily have a way to speak to you. They almost seem mindless in a way. So like as you say they're just gonna push back with like a type of primal power.
I just want to see if I sense anything like aggression. Like if I sense anything aggressive from it, or if it even understood me at all.
So it definitely understood you. Aggression's not necessarily what you would feel, but you do feel an overwhelming like sense of protection. It wants to protect itself, maybe even the grove in which it's in.
Okay. Hey, I need 1 second. Sorry.
Do you think she might give me a stick too? I'm gonna go approach it.
All right, go on ahead. She doesn't necessarily look friendly with approaching, as you are getting a little bit closer. Just like, you know, let's say she's like a big lumbering thing, right? And just like arms wailing a little bit, and there's like vines that come off of those arms a good couple of feet afterwards, just like clearing space around it.
I think I would try tossing. This is completely insane, but tossing her like a bag of herbs or something, but you know, here, try some of this.
And mostly the bag of herbs just kind of like hits her on the shoulder. She doesn't necessarily notice it much, and they scatter a little bit.
He's like remembering the one dude who protects the grove with the like dryads, and he's like, Yaga's like made a connection that they're like the same. Like it hasn't quite clicked to him that like it's not the same as that guy. He's gonna keep his distance, but he's trying to like talk to her and like interact with her.
Yeah, Draven's I'm just gonna try to speak to him again and be like, hey, I've met some of the dryad ants down in this village south of us, and I don't know if you know them or not. Some of those big tree ants over there, but we're friends with them, and we're like I said, we're here to help Talarin. Who I think you might have known as Gear Moss, maybe. I don't know. We're just trying to help her out and heal her.
So I'm just gonna do a little roll to see how well this goes, kind of like fate roll.
Oh no!
Oh man!
We're here to kill Talarin.
I feel like I got my words mixed up. Yeah. You know when you think you're fluent in another language and you just completely say the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You use like a euphemism that in plant is like horrible. It's like basically like the most racist thing you could say. You call her a slur.
Yeah.
So
I called her a weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you think you're doing really, really well, right? Like your words are coming out as eloquently as possibly can be, and she even leans forward, in which it feels like a response to your words, as if like a person was responding to you. And as she opens her mouth, just a big pool of like green gas just floats out, and you're gonna see a just large swath of pollen cover Draven just all over his face. If you'd like to give me a roll, we can contest a poison check here.
Oh,
poison.
Yes, but it's gonna be
all right. Is that gonna be what is that? Is that a might save?
Yeah, that makes sense. Usually it's a roll against the save DC, but this time it's contested.
So I mean, so what do I roll then against the save DC?
Against me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
and luckily they only
should do okay.
Oh my gosh, did I really get two natural ones in a row?
Yeah, that's what I said. Lucky for me. Yeah, you did.
That's nuts.
Yep. And I only got an 11.
I'm the only one that can roll over 10, baby.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just ask
I didn't.
Sure you don't want to steal that roll?
Magnus isn't here.
That's the wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
I have yet to roll over 10 this whole time.
Apparently you don't need to.
Yeah.
But if you
so I'm gonna feel all this stuff come over me, and I'm gonna be like, oh, well, hey, I don't know what you're trying to give me here, but that's kind of weird.
And
she loves you. She's giving you.
Yeah.
The elves are gonna identify that as being an attack, and you're gonna see the wave marshal, like, put his trident forward and say, "So are we doing this?" And then you're gonna see Mara back off a little bit behind one of the carts, and then Sen looks forward with 2 daggers, as Lyris also looks forward with a crackling hand of lightning. He says, "How are we doing this? Then he looks directly to you, Draven, and he says, "What's going on?" And then you're going to see Mara in the background, not necessarily hiding, but also tinkering a little bit.
Then if that's the case, then I'm immediately going to bring my bow. I'm going to draw. How close am I to this?
I'd say you're 2-3 spaces away. However safe you felt getting to it.
Yeah. Then I mean, I think we're going in. Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not.
No?
I'm going to one more time. I want to try to do an influence, speaking to it, saying, hey, I don't know what I said or what I did to anger you, but I promise you, and I'm just going to have my hand like, we are here to help. We're not here to hurt. To see if I can calm it down.
You go ahead and
can I do an influence?
You can do it at disadvantage if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I do something to assist? Like, if I pull out my tolerance stick, is there some way I can be like, look, we have like a connection?
I feel like
I don't know if that's separate or if I could roll it.
I feel like that'll be a good assist. However you'd like.
So 7 plus 4, 11.
Oh, man.
We're not doing this. That'd have been a 12 total.
12? Man.
This is happening.
Pull it out and then I just immediately just like drop it and accidentally step on it. Like, this is tolerant.
I feel like you brought out the wrong stick. Like you were such in a hurry, you just grabbed the wrong stick.
Yes, that's actually what
that's
happened,
actually
honestly.
even better.
You grabbed the lich stick and it's like just a little bit more offended. Do we want to roll into initiative or do you guys want to do a skill challenge to try and take this thing down?
I'm fine with initiative to try to take this thing down.
Definitely, let's do it. So everyone roll initiative, and going to hopefully have this work this way.
I've got to get over 10 at some point.
Am I? Hold on.
I got
Oh, there it is.
I got an 11. Wait, no, did I roll? Yeah, I rolled.
Yeah.
An 11.
7 plus 4. I got 14. My second one wasn't real.
Oh, then my first one wasn't real.
No, my second one.
Oh, I think you made me a little too small.
Maybe a tad. Where do you want to be, Yogg?
Could I be closer? Yeah, could I be even closer? I feel like I was probably the closest, or at least as close as Raven.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm way too close. Like everyone else was, because I was like, this is gonna be our friend. Yeah.
Make it a little more like this here.
That's
that
fine.
look good?
Even worse. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't have control.
Was I using?
Oh, I need to change my roll as. I know why I've been rolling bad. Hey, you know what? None of my rolls have counted because I've been rolling as Magnus. I haven't really rolled as Draven, so I'm gonna need to retcon some rolls here.
Yeah, that's what it
Makes
is.
sense.
Do you guys
maybe a
happen to
different
know
icon?
Yeah. Do you guys happen to know how to give you permission to be able to use it?
Nope. I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah, I can use mine. Are there more than one version of him in there?
Can you use that one?
So if you go to the character sheet, click on the character portrait in the header with the pencil icon, enter edit mode. In the edit mode, you can assign permissions to the player. This will allow them to use the icon associated with their character. Use their character. Alternatively, you can use the character window to show the character's icon to the players. This method is useful if you want to show a character. I don't know. You can also use the handout feature to share images. I don't know.
Give that a try.
Oh, I got it now.
Okay,
Yep. Awesome. Thank you.
Totally. My screen decided to change shape, so I'm just fixing that real quick. Okay. And we're gonna hopefully just try to use this map right here that we had in the first place. It is a little bit slanted, but I feel like it'll be pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, no, I got
It'd
it.
be easier if it was hexagons. It'd be even easier.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure how to do that on Roll20, but that's a good suggestion.
Oh, don't worry about it then. I just love hexagons. I love playing with hexagons.
Totally. So we got initiative ready, right?
Yeah, I am. Oh, do we have a add myself to initiative?
Get one up. And go ahead and add you guys. Yep, nice. There's just the one in there too.
I'm gonna guess that with an 11, I probably beat the DC on this one, right? Encounter DC.
Unfortunately, no. And Yag, you ended up tying with our enemy here. So, I guess you guys can decide. Do you want to go first, or do you want them to go first?
I think Yag would not go first because he would be to the very last possible, still trying to be like, we're friends.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah. That's kind of where Draven was sitting there trying to like calm everything down still. So I think I would definitely be after.
So first up is going to be this nature elemental, and it's got like this reflex kind of thing that's going on, right? Like it's standing in the center of this ritual site here, and it kind of has just like weird static movement as it takes a swing towards you, Yog. It's going to be going with a root snare to just smack down and hopefully keep you pinned there. So if this hits, it's going to be a grapple as well. And then
I'm going to use sidestep to give it disadvantage.
Good choice, definitely. So we got a 10 to hit on your PD.
That is not a hit.
Very nice. And it's going to go ahead and move just a little bit farther over here to get in front of Draven.
Did you specifically write it? Only have to roll to contest the grapple if they hit? Usually those would be separate things. He could miss damage and still grapple me.
See, it would have been an automatic success on the grapple if it hit you. Because it's a club coming down, it would have meant more or less that you are prone, pinned to the ground by root.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I got it now. That's cool. I think I would make us. No, I wouldn't. I think this full first round, Yag is going to be like unoptimal. Just narratively speaking, he wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. And that was one more AP left on this attack here, and it's just gonna do what it did in the first place to Draven. Just try to give a breath of that pollen to just cover him one more time with a contested poison check.
All right. 20.
Unfortunately, you are poisoned.
I hate roll 20 tonight.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Okay.
You are poisoned and take 1 poison damage.
All right.
Some kind of poison resistance?
He did initially, but back when I ended up redoing them, I took that off. Yeah. That one is one of the traits for Terraborns, but it didn't fit well, and that was like early on, Draven.
Okay.
Very cool. And that's going to be its turn. Up to you, Yag.
I am going to start with Hunter's Mark over there. And then, yeah, that probably makes the most sense. I feel like I could flank this creature, even though it's big.
Yeah, I feel like it could happen.
You will not see Draven up next to him.
But I mean, right now, I'm just thinking I could move up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could do, sorry, I'm a little bit brain dead here. Okay, let's do Feint and Cunning Action to move up like this. That's at least one space apart, and then a Trickery check contested against their Insight.
Okay.
Hey, I can still win? Nope.
That was so close, dude. So unfortunately,
all right. Yeah. Okay. Then I will just do a regular attack here with my Circus Spear, and I will use Debilitating Strike as part of that. I'm not going to take off the stamina point because I would gain 1 from the Cunning Action, even though I wasn't successful. Okay, so well, even for attacking a flanked creature anyways, even if I hadn't done the Cunning Action. Okay, so yes, this is a concealed item, it's concealed properties, so it gives me advantage because I would draw it as part of the attack. And then I also have Hunter's Mark, which is going to give me another advantage on my first attack against it. So I would have triple advantage. And then it's flanked, so I get a +4 for flanked. And this item's been magically boosted. So I would normally get a +8, which is 4. So I get a +12.
Nice.
And triple advantage, or double advantage. 2, 3. So it'd be the best of these three. Oh my word. All terrible, but still plus 12 makes up a lot. So 21 against PD.
Very nice, very nice.
Nice.
And you do definitely hit. You've got a heavy and a brutal hit for this one too.
Okay.
Nice.
Can I ask what type of damage you're doing?
Cold. Basis 2 cold damage.
Okay.
I get 1 extra damage for cheap shot because it's a flanked creature.
Nice.
It does need to make a physical save against being exposed, by the way, before I forget about that. It'd be against a 15. Oh, it succeeds. Okay. Okay, so base 2 plus 1 for cheap shot, and then we use brutal, so 2 more.
Yep.
So that would make it a 5, and I do ignore PDR as well
Okay.
on my first martial attack because of the Hunter's Mark.
Was any of your damage slashing?
No.
No? Okay, definitely.
And yeah, that should be everything because that was my last, yeah. And then, okay, it's not exposed. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's it for me.
Very cool. And you're going to notice some of the sea elves starting to mobilize as well. We've got the wave marshal kind of backing you guys up, getting his trident ready, and you see a couple of things like getting weirder and weirder as the other three kind of like circle this area. You're gonna see Mara, you're gonna see, trying to get their names right is kind of hard. You're gonna see Lyris, you're gonna see Mara, you're gonna see Sen, all kind of like in a little triangle around this circle here, and you're also gonna see Wave Marshal Keth kind of like right next to Draven. And it's gonna be Draven's turn.
Draven is going to so I just realized something. So poison damage is elemental damage, right?
Is it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it
was.
is off the top of my head.
I thought it fell under what falls under A category.
I feel like it's probably elemental.
Yeah, damage types: cold, corrosion, fire, lightning, and poison.
Okay.
So I do have PD or EDR. One of them is an ancestry trait. So I would essentially not take any. If it's only a 1 poison damage, I wouldn't take any poison damage.
Okay.
At all. So so Draven's gonna have that. So I wouldn't take any poison damage on my turn because of my EDR. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend an AP. I'm not gonna spend an MP on this because this is one of my ancestor or my I'm gonna spend an AP and an MP. Sorry, to cast Hex on this creature, and it's going to be a charisma save. It's going to be a repeated charisma save, so that's going to last for 1 minute. So a spell check versus a repeated charisma save. The first one just be against my spell check.
Okay. Save. There you go.
Yeah. So
yeah, you definitely got that one.
So while cursed, in this way, it gains vulnerability to a damage type of my choice.
Okay.
The curse can be removed by any effect that ends a basic curse. So that's the 1 MP for that, and I'm gonna pick piercing damage. Is what I'm gonna pick for it.
Okay.
Then I am going to blink blade away. I'm gonna have my bow into existence. I'm gonna spend an AP to reload my bow. To load it basically, so that'd be an AP for that. Then I'm gonna use an AP, SP, and 2 MP. So I'm gonna do SP for smite. I'm gonna do spell strike basically, and I'm going to shoot him with my bow and cast disintegrate on this, and I'm gonna use my last AP to give myself advantage on it, and I'm going to be using for my free maneuver just power, so extra damage on my bow hit if this hits.
Okay, nice.
Advantage attack. Yep. So 15, 20.
20 on PD.
PD. Yep.
Yep, and that's going to be a heavy hit.
A heavy hit. Okay, so that's going to be 3 base, 2 for the smite. He's also vulnerable. He's vulnerable 1 to piercing. Then heavy, and I have impact on my bow, so that's going to be 8 for that. And then for disintegrate, that's going to take 3 true damage for disintegrate, and then so that's going to take it to 11. And then additional damage from critical hits and heavy hits or higher is doubled. So the one that it took from the extra heavy is going to take another one, so it's going to be 12 damage total.
Nice. And that's a really heavy hit that you've got going towards this guy right here, right? It was a little bit hurt from the first little bit of damage that it took, but then this one is like blowing a chunk pretty much out of it. Like you've got a big hole kind of like in the shoulder over here, and some of the vines like start to rematerialize to bring the arm back up to itself. And you have definitely made this thing angry.
I need to add a D8 for my, because I got a heavy hit on it.
Oh, yeah, that's
There's
awesome.
a D8 help die.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was so that would have been a 25.
Definitely enough to make it a brutal. Not enough for.
All right, so that just one extra.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. 13 damage. No, 14 damage because it's doubled because of the heavy brutal thing.
Yep, because of a disintegrate. Yeah, so 14 damage. Yeah, nice.
Very nice. And a disintegrate is disintegrating just like its name. And you're gonna see Wave Marshal call something out. Like it's his turn in battle, right? You're gonna take note that not only is he a fighter, but he's a researcher at heart. He uses the fighter tactic to call out some of the vulnerabilities of this monster in front of you. So he's going to just call out to his team, because this is like what they normally do whenever they get into a confrontation. And you guys are going to be privy to the information as well. Vulnerability 2, cleaving, slashing, vulnerability 1, piercing, vulnerability 1, temporary. And he's going to call out the weaknesses of this monster, giving it one quick thrust on his turn as well, and missing terribly. And that's his turn.
Hey, you said vulnerability to cleaving, piercing, and what else?
Vulnerability 1 to cleaving, slashing, and piercing. Piercing is temporary. And then fire vulnerability 2.
Okay. You know, it's too late. Yeah, I forgot about my bound weapon damage. But that's okay. That's okay.
But we are going to be right back up to the top for the monster's turn, and it's looking rough. After all of that's been said and done, you're going to see the three starting to surround the circle in a triangle-like pattern, and they're all like getting some magical ambience ready in their hands to like shoot all together. And the monster here isn't really paying them any attention as he looks directly to Magnus. Unable to reach him from this direction, goes for another thump at Yogg for the root snare. Let's go ahead and see if this one works.
Can I?
Oh, you don't need to.
Yeah, you totally don't need to.
Okay.
I'm doing terrible tonight with rolls. So that's going to be a 2 AP right there. And it's going to do the same thing it did last time. It's going to chase Draven, trying to get ahead of it, and throw another.
I do want to take a little swipe at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, it should be plus this. Okay, sorry. Jeez, 27. Took off the flanking.
You guys are doing so good with hurting this thing.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
So that's definitely a brutal hit. Is it actually 27, or did we have to minus anything?
No, that's correct. 27 is correct.
Brutal +1 then.
Okay, so it would be brutal +1. So that's an extra 3 plus the base 2 cold. Because vulnerability 1 just means it does 1 extra damage from that source, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Yogg would still just keep doing the cold because his base damage is lower if he does its regular physical. So 5 cold damage.
Okay, nice. Very cool. 5 more damage to this thing, and it's just looking hurt. It was starting to step away, like one leg already made its pass, and you just cut through a couple of vines of the last leg I was moving away, and it made it over to Draven. Now it's starting to consider whether or not it should go back to Yogg, but it's here anyway. We are going to do the Thorn Crown. And as it starts to just create this tangle here, it looks like a lasso, and they're just gonna throw it like a bolus almost. You see a large ring start to form around you, Draven, and as it throws, it's going to be a distant grapple as well. This, if it hits you, is going to grapple you. It's not contested. So it's like getting hit with the bolus.
Oh man. Oh.
You can't roll over a 5.
Dude.
Hey, I'm good with it. Yeah. Like Draven's gonna see this coming at him, and he's gonna do like the like you're just gonna see him like Matrix like be like real slow mo. Yeah.
Yep. And that's its turn.
Charisma save against the hex curse.
Oh, okay.
That'd be against my save DC of 15.
Failed again.
Still all right. And that is Yogg's turn now.
Yes. Back to Yogg.
All right, let's do feint, and so it's insight.
It's just getting lower.
Oh my gosh.
So I get advantage, I get 2 advantage, and I get the flankage, so I get my regular +8. This is still just a circus spear, so no advantage for having drawn it, but I've got the +12, so it's my 5 base plus the +3 for this item, +4 for flanking. Yeah, so +12, and then I have first attack against it gets advantage plus the advantage for the feint. So did I? There you go. How about a nat 20? Does 32 hit?
Gosh.
Possibly.
That brutal plus its PD is 12, just so you know, and that's brutal plus what?
Oh my! You got a,
I should have.
you got a,
2?
you have a +12 on that?
Yeah, I have a +12 because I'm flanking, so I get +4, and then this item was upgraded, so I get a +3 to hit. I accidentally didn't use one AP, but that's okay.
That is insane.
Yeah.
The physical save for debilitating strike again to be exposed. What was the PD on this creature again? You said 12?
Yeah, it was 12.
Okay, so that's 4 extra. So I've got 2 base, 4 above, then the 2 for the crit, and then it's a flanked creature, so I get an extra damage against it.
Mm-hmm.
So that, right? Did I do that right?
So it's the brutal +2 as well. Did you account for that one? Did you do that one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, pretty sure that's 4, right? Brutal +2 is 4.
Yep.
So 2, and then 2 for critting. And then, that's right. And then 1 more because of cheap shot. I get an extra damage against creatures that are flanked. That would be 9 damage.
This character right here is bloodied for sure. They're dripping little green bits of energy, little bits of goo, little bits of pollen. Anything that doesn't look like blood is certainly seeping out of it right now. And as all of this is going on, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that if you don't kill it next round, something special is gonna happen because of the sea elves. But it's bloodied, getting closer to well bloodied, if I'm gonna be honest, you guys. You guys are just tearing it up.
I'm just gonna use hit and run for my last AP since I forgot to boost that last attack. So I can, after hitting a creature with a melee attack, I can move up to my full speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna move like right here, right there. And that's it for me.
Very nice. And next up, it's gonna be Draven.
I'm going to Blink Blade, AP to reload, AP to. I did get my. Hey, that's the good thing about like I said for the Spellblade regen now. So when I hit on an attack made with the bound weapon, I get stamina back now. Or if I make a spell check, I get stamina back, or I cast a spell with the weapon tag, I get stamina back. So I do have my stamina regen from the last.
Nice.
So I'm going to reload, attack, SP for smite, bump that for damage, and spell strike with. You know what? I'm just gonna go all out, and I'm gonna do a disintegrate again. I'm gonna use my last bit of mana that I have for disintegrate, and my last AP for advantage.
Nice.
19.
Doing good.
Do I have a D8 on it as well?
You do, yes. And I actually had a D8 on mine that I forgot, but that's okay.
Oh crap.
Yeah, add that D8.
So 25.
Yep, that's +2 now. Brutal +2. Or no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brutal, not +2.
Brutal. Okay, so that was 4 last time we had that. That was 14 last time. The one thing I did forget was that I know it's gonna sound bad or whatever, but my bound weapon damage is fire. So my bow itself does, with the piercing being vulnerable, that is 6 damage from just my bow.
Nice. That's sick.
Yeah, so I don't know or I guess the fire vulnerable is to my bound damage, right? Which is 1 or 2. 2 is my bound weapon damage.
Okay.
Fire.
Yep.
So is it vulnerable to that's the vulnerable 2 to that, right?
It is vulnerable 2, so I believe it'll take an extra 2 damage with the fire, or it'll take 2 damage per fire damage. I can't really remember which one.
I think it's.
Keep going.
I think it's 2 just on the fire itself, because if my fire damage is 2, then I think it would take vulnerable 2 to that, so it'd be 4 total. So 6. I think it should be 16 total damage.
Okay. Either way, I'm just gonna let you guys know that you vanquished this creature.
Oh.
It only had 40 HP, and you've been dealing well over 10 sometimes per round, just cutting it down. And you're honestly so good at your job, you've disappointed the sea elves because like the three that were all around the circle here, they were about to do something cool and then they were like, oh, I don't even get to help.
So the spell passive for disintegrate is creatures and objects killed or destroyed by this spell are reduced to a pile of ash. So this would have been like Draven, like he just blinks back and he's drawing back on his bow, and he just lets loose this arcane bolt because it's his pact weapon, and it's hit with that spell strike. He's got charged with disintegrate in it, and you just see it hit and just everywhere. And you don't even see a body. There's not even a body. It's just ash falling down to the ground.
You love to see it. And it's good fertilizer for all the plants around here.
Yeah.
You do also...
And Draven's going to I'll take a second afterwards, and I'm just going to be like, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to do this. I really didn't want to fight.
So first of all, vulnerability, I did check. It is... Chris was right. You just add that extra amount on top. It's not per. It's just when you do that type. Yogg, I think, would scoop up some of it and like actually use it as fertilizer for the stuff you planted.
Nice. And as you do like get to getting a sense of calm around you, the like stick that Talaren gave you feels a little bit heavier, but not like to a super noticeable degree. Just a little bit extra weight to it. Now, all the sea elves are starting to like gather their supplies. They've getting everything together. Mira's overjoyed because she's got so much research to do, so much stuff to write down, and they're just happy as a clam, ready to go to the next site. This is an adventure for them for sure.
I want to go to probably Sen and Mira. Probably Sen first and like pull the stick out and be like, hey, this was a gift from like Talaren. Like, can you sense anything from it with everything going on? Like, is there anything about it that seems different to you?
I mean, it was just a stick a moment ago, but sure. And then they'll take a little bit of a look over it, and they're also going to be like, looks very stick-like. Is it the same stick you showed me before?
This is a better stick.
Yeah, you're right. How could I confuse the two? Just like kind of shaking her head a little bit, like, what's a stick?
Like I'm as I'm walking away, like, I don't act like you're not collecting sticks yourself. And then I would want to go to Mara, same thing, and be like, can you sense anything about this stick's properties of it changing or affected by anything that happened?
Okay. And she's going to take you a little bit more seriously, but she is still fervently writing into her journal here, trying to get all of the research in. And she's going to say, that's definitely about an inch longer. I would say you're showing me a different stick, but the twig's still in the right spot, and I can see where you've been smudging it every time you grab it. Yep, and then just goes back to writing down her research notes.
I'm gonna ask her, like, if, like, I'm like, hey, like, you don't have, like, any alternative motives, like nobody's been, like, trying to convince you to make some kind of deal with somebody. Has anyone approached you? Like, not accusing her, but just, like, out of curiosity, like, hey, has anyone, like, approached you to try to, like, do something special for them, or, maybe offered you something in exchange to maybe even sabotage this expedition? Not that you would accept, but if someone reached out to you at all.
Mira, in particular, is going to be somebody who doesn't get contacted much. So she's going to be like, oh, I don't really get very many visitors, and when I do, they have a really specific purpose. So, no, I don't really think anyone meets that description. Honestly, you're one of the first people from Menza I've ever met. And just still journaling away.
That's good. I'm like the best person from Menza. To me.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
No, she's going to say you're at least top 2.
That's fair.
Because she only knows 2 of you.
I think I would then go to probably Lyris and be like, hey, did you guys learn anything? Like, was this successful?
Ah, yes. This has been an ample amount of research that we were able to gather. Unfortunately, we weren't able to put a test ritual into action. That might be because of somebody's competency, but I'll let it slide this time.
I'm gonna reach up and not quite reach his shoulder to, like, pat him on the shoulder, like on the back, and be like, it's all right. You'll do better next time. and like leave a huge smear of ash from when I collected it and like dug it earlier. Like he maybe didn't even like, I don't know if you would notice, but it's like on the back of his shoulder, there's like a huge soot line now from, and then Yog's be like put it on his back.
And he does have like the most pristine, clean clothes that you could find in such an adventure environment. So any smudge is going to be noticeable for sure. So it better be behind his back. So everyone's starting to gather all of their stuff up. The things are starting to wind down, and they're just going to start asking, all right, on to the next one? As everyone is essentially packed up. This seemed to be quite the event.
Are we? What's the travel time going to be like to the next site?
For the most part, it's just going to be like about a half day's travel. I would say that if you set up camp and then start in the morning, you'll be there around noon. But if you want to go now, you'll be there at dark.
I would like to ask him, like, hey, I'm a little weary from that encounter. You mind if I take me a long rest in this in your little wagon here as we go? I mean, I won't be effective for you on travel, but wake me up if anything happens. But I'd like to take a long rest if I could as we're going, because it's going to be a long trip to get there.
Well, if we all think we need a little bit of rest. If we need a little bit of rest, then we might as well set up shop here tonight. And it'd be relatively easy to just get the tents out. We didn't get those out yet.
I even got some food here if you guys are hungry.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, I'm hungry. I'll take some.
More fried octopus?
You only get that from me. While we're eating, I think I would try to privately chat with the Wave Marshal, Kath. And it's like, hey, since you're in charge of security, I was just curious. You know, there are, Enza, like other places, we do have some shady individuals, and we wanted to make sure none of you had been approached by anybody in Enza to do any sort of particular favors or do something under the table or anything like that. Of course, none of you would accept any sort of advances like that, but we would appreciate knowing if somebody had tried to do something like that so we could deal with it.
Okay, definitely. And a very stoic man that you're talking to as well. A man kind of short of words, but has never had the trident leave his hand ever since you've seen him. And it's been a good part of a day now. He's just going to sit there and say, we're a fortunate crew. Not important enough to be bothered. Not pathetic enough to be left behind.
That's good. It would be terrible, to find out if something like that had happened, or, worst case, someone in your party had maybe accepted a bribe or something like that.
All of us have been working together for a long, long time. Ben is the newest one, but even she's been around for 2 years.
You think she's cute, don't you?
He's actually gonna just casually fold out a locket that he's able to show, and he says, there's only one lady for me. And he pulls out a locket and it opens up and it looks just like every other sea elf that you've ever seen. And he's gonna be like, that's the one. She's waiting for me at home. And he closes it up and puts it down.
Well, she might be waiting at home, but she's here now too. But I get up and walk away like, the elves are so weird. Like, he 100% thinks it is a picture of Sen.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And as you guys are starting to get camp ready for the night, sleep will come to you relatively easy. Most of the sea elves don't necessarily sleep. They do a meditation thing to kind of get their centers. So they're gonna take short rests that feel like long rests to them. So they're gonna be up and about before you guys are actually up and about.
Yeah, I kind of get up in the morning and just kind of be like, I think I would try to approach Alkalite Sen.
Yes.
I'd like to. I probably approach her and just kind of try to express how I've had my struggles recently with my deity, and that I encountered what felt like something that was trying to corrupt me at one point, and just try to build a repertoire between me and the Alkalite, and then and just kind of mention and just I'm just curious, out of curiosity. It just seems like you guys would have some type of alternate plans if things went bad, though, right? Like would you guys have if I saw you guys looked like you were about to help us in that fight, the last fight that we were doing. But if we encounter something else like this over here, I mean, like, what if something bad really happens? Did you guys know that elemental, that golem was going to come out? Were you guys trying to cause that? Was that all with that rod going in the center of that, all that power?
So we are elemental specialists. I wouldn't say that we meant to cause such an occurrence, but we do know how to deal with such things. Should you guys not been such capable adventurers yourselves, we would have tried a experimental ritual, one that's a reverse summoning. It essentially breaks the monster down back into its life energy and sends it back from whence it came, which is going to be Katarana itself.
So I mean, so is that what you guys are looking to do to test out with the with Kolgon himself? But you're doing it on a smaller scale?
Deity willing? Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not going to dig any deeper.
Definitely. And
but I will find Yogg.
As you are like walking
I will find Yogg and I will tell this all. Yeah.
As you are walking away from that like specific conversation, Sen herself will mutter under her breath, "There's always a plan for everything."
Ooh, would I have heard that?
It's up to you, but it's muttered for sure.
Can I do an awareness check to see if I heard that?
Sure, that'd be cool.
Yeah, back in the window. Oh yeah, okay.
You totally.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking like I didn't hear it, and I'm gonna find Yogg, and I'm gonna let Yogg know about like, hey, this is what I think they were after, but I don't know if Sin meant for me to hear this, but it sounds like they have some alternate plans. I don't know how to figure out what it is, so we need to be cautious.
I expected something like that, so I've planted some contraband with them in case we need to accuse them of stealing.
Yogg, you know how I feel about this stuff, but I mean, your ways work, and I'm never going to get in the way of you doing what you do because you're really good at it. It always just makes me feel a little wrong, but
here.
Okay.
Just chew some of this and do some tobacco on the nurse.
Yeah.
That's pepper leaves. That's not this. Here, this is the one you want.
It's too late. I already started chewing on it, whatever it was.
It was like poison ivy, but luckily you have resistance to that, so it doesn't.
Yeah, there you
go. Oh, that's a little tangy. I don't know what this is. It's just a little tangy. I like it.
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, no, that's totally food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only going to be about a half day's journey for you guys to get to the volcano that no longer stands anymore, where Kolgon was summoned. Do you guys want to give me a roll to see how you do on the way there? Or anything specific that you would be doing for an adventure check or a travel check, I guess?
I mean, really just, I'm just going to say that, again, probably just awareness, trying to, keep aware of what's going on around me.
Okay.
If you think it's possible, I could try to pump info from one of them and do an insight check. I do that, but otherwise I'll roll awareness.
Sure. Whatever you want to do, really. A good one, Draven. Really good one.
I still feel like I'm like missing something, so I think I will be not looking around, but instead maybe trying to focus. I'd probably back to Mara and try to like learn some more information about like just maybe like her, like ask her questions about like her history and like what brought them here and like her experience. And the whole time just trying to figure out, maybe this time I'm going to try to focus more on like sort of like her mental, how would I describe this? Like the approach that she would be most receptive to, like if I was trying to convince her to do something.
Okay.
That kind of insight. Also, if I can slip some more coins on her person, a few coins like randomly throughout, would love to do that. Ooh, 8.
Not the best. And unfortunately, you don't get kind of what you were thinking. Inquiring into like her past and her passions, she's gonna be a little bit more like formal and be like, these are my credentials. I'm an elemental researcher who specializes in the 4 elements: air, earth, water, and fire. You just like, labeling them off as if she was more or less presenting to a class. So you didn't get too much from her, but she is somebody who studies the elements and uses ritual magic.
I think the reason that it wouldn't have worked out is I would have argued with her about the 4 elements. Like, I don't think fire is one of the elements. Like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. And like, just get like on a whole side tangent about it.
And she's very like Sheldon Coopery. So like, if you would have said like, I don't think fire is an element, you would have broken a blood vessel above one of her eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you don't. I'm like, elements. Isn't that like what stuff's made out of? What's made out of fire? That doesn't even make any sense.
Can you hold fire? I didn't think so. But very good. We've got our rolls in. Draven, you've got a really, really good sense of what's going on. And as you've been traveling directly from the Nature Titans like center, you're going to notice it feels like an echo. You feel the Nature Titans summoning location almost pulsing as you're getting closer to the Magma Titans summoning location. It's almost like they're connected via ley lines, like a lattice all the way throughout the earth. So you just instinctively know which way you're going because of that, like feeling.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to share it with them.
Definitely.
I imagine they might know that, but I'm not going to share that with them. I might share it with Yogg if me and Yogg get a chance as we're going. I just kind of let him know, like, I don't know what, something just feels, since we left there, I'm feeling like more of a connection and just a sense of like, I know exact way that we got to go to make the quickest route possible, maybe save us a little bit of time.
You absolutely took the most efficient route possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, that's good. You know what? I think I'm gonna go mess with Mara one last time. I'm trying to convince her that fire isn't an element, and I have just the idea. So I think I've been walking with like the staff that I got from the Lich guy. And so it's that super rare wood that's like silverish in the black bark and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna walk up and be like, hey, if fire is an element, then it would be able to burn wood, right? And I'm like, so since I totally believe this, I'm willing to risk my favorite walking staff, cast some kind of fire on this, like see if you can get it to burn, since it's immune to fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
She says, even if you're right, this doesn't prove anything. Like all sassy and stuff, right? And then she does a little snap of like fire magic. Doesn't work. One more snap. 2, 3, 4. Just getting angry with each and every snap. And as she's like, what is this? This is an illusion. And she goes to like snatch the stick, and she actually has the stick in her hand. And she's like, you're dumb. And then throws it at you.
Don't worry, you'll get there someday. When you grow up, you'll start to understand what elements are.
That's awesome.
Just being super antagonistic now.
And you guys are getting closer and closer to what feels like a much bigger area that was like decimated by the Titan. And as you see what used to be a volcano, we are here. A giant crater. One that you're able to walk across in a large measure.
Are there any other like caves and stuff from that where the people that were worshiping the cult people? Is there any of that left at all?
So there is a little bit of that stuff left, but it's almost completely pushed back. So like these buildings off to the side were the infrastructure that were inside of the cave. So some of these like buildings, couple of hallways left.
Okay. This time, instead of being in front, this is one where Yogg would be like in the back the whole time. Like he would maybe like point out, these look like they were buildings inside of a cave, but like he's like staying like as far back without being weird as possible.
Definitely.
Well, weird for him.
And Lyrian is actually, or Lyris is actually going to step up this time, and he's going to hopefully suggest that you guys maybe step back on this one. Let us take the reins, and hopefully we'll be able to finish some research before you're too expertly able to execute your job. So please step back and let us perform our magics.
I think I would step back, but I would really just be keeping an eye on them to see if I can sense what they're doing. Try to understand it a little bit more.
Definitely. And this is a very hot, area to be in, more or less. And as they start cooling the ground around the center of this hole here, they're starting to set up shop just like they did for the Nature Titan Summoning's location. They've got a whole bunch of different like boxes, tables, and that same like lightning rod that they put into the center. And once again, they all like gather up aside from the fighter who doesn't have any magic, and they just start sending out different elemental magics at this lightning rod to kind of like get a reaction to come out of it. And you'll notice that it's not necessarily just like fire magic and then all of a sudden fire appears, but like you use some lightning magic and it adds a little bit of like je ne sais quoi to the air. You add a little bit of water magic and then that like creates another like little bit of like catastrophic event. And then one after another, after element, you do start to see something emerge. Just like last time, this is what it looks like. You're gonna see another essentially mindless elemental, but in the shape of the Magma Titan.
Ooh, I'm gonna boo.
So just not again to do this, but during that time or coming over, only because of the previous encounter, because I can on a quick rest, Magnus can change his element that he's his bound damage. Mm-hmm. He would have only done I think it would have made sense for him to go ahead and change his damage type to cold after the last encounter, knowing where he was going at. So I'm just going to say that now going into this.
That makes sense. And no worries.
Definitely.
Yep.
Now, do remember...
It would have been crazy not to.
Yes. Now, do remember they were hoping you would step back and let them tackle this one for the most part. So, fate roll to see just how they're able to handle all of this to go forward. Good. Actually good. Oh my gosh, good. So
I was hoping it was going to go bad.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was going to go bad too.
So, hey, so does this mean like they're going to be kind of engaged with this thing, right?
Yes.
Could me and Yogg, while they're engaged with it, or Yogg, like, could I say to Yogg, like, hey, Yogg, while they're like focused on that, why don't you go through their stuff again and see if you can find something about what they're up to?
Okay. I've already been hiding money in Mara's bag in case we need to accuse her of taking bribes, by the way. I just walk away and go, sorry.
Oh, so their stuff was pretty secured then, so you were just kind of like sticking stuff where you could. Okay.
So, if you guys want to go like check on their bags or anything else, that's totally fine. You won't really have too much of like a contest for that either. It's actually pretty easy because they're all completely like engrossed with this here.
Okay.
Going around into the cart, you're gonna notice a bunch of different boxes. Some of them seem pretty unassuming, but one of them looks like they have a pretty serious lock on them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can I do an Arcana check on it to see if it's like a magical lock or anything, or is it just a regular lock?
Sure. I'll let you know that it is just a regular lock. It's not magical.
Just a regular lock? Okay.
Yeah, it just looks fortified, like a tinkerer made it.
Okay. Y'all, can you pick locks? Because I can't pick any locks at all. I can attempt it, but I'm not very good.
If I can roll a trickery check, then I...
Otherwise, I'm just going to blow that lock off, but I don't know if I'm going to blow the box up.
I know you don't have a lot of experience with this, but when you are stealing from people, you don't want to leave evidence of
Y'all, this is why you're around for this type of stuff. I'm not good at this thing. I'm not good at stealing. It just seems so wrong.
I agree. That I've changed. That's why I don't steal anymore. I just give people things they don't want.
Okay, y'all. I can't watch. I'm going to go watch them. You do this. I'm going to go watch them and see if I can learn anything from them. What they're doing.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep an eye on them, like, and that's why I think I would do my art if I can do like while Yogg does his thing, if I can do like an Arcana insight on what they're doing.
Yeah.
To see if I learned anything, to see if I can tell just really see if I can tell.
No, absolutely. That'd be cool. And did you have a roll for the lockpicking?
Not yet. Trickery would this be mischievous hands? Stealing an object, or this is lock picking, so it's not stealing. I'm not like trying to pick a pocket.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily stealing, but
because I'm just investigating what's in it. No, actually, I agree with you. I'm not even going to argue the point. No, wait, I take it back. I take it all back. I'm just kidding. 11.
So you fail your first round. The second round also fails. Third round fails, and for the fourth round, you've made it through, but you do break the lock. So you can't lock it back up. So it's going to be apparent that you were in this chest.
You, that is a you devious man, you. What's in there?
So in this chest, you're going to actually notice a sphere that appears to have like this like weird storm within it, right? And right next to it is going to be a tooth of a leviathan, and it seems incredibly like vague at first, right? But then you see the labeling because Mara's like a super OCD freak about stuff like that. So you're gonna see like, you know, tooth of Leviathan. And then above that, you're going to see Tempest Heart. And then that's the only thing you see in that.
Wait, isn't that one of the things we got, right? A Tempest Heart?
It wasn't the same thing, but it was close.
Oh my gosh. I am gonna close it, but not try to hide that I was in it, and go run to tell Draven about it, what I found.
Okay. And did you have a roll for the Arcana, Draven?
Not yet. I was waiting to get to that. I'll do it right now.
Definitely.
Be a good roll. 23.
Pretty darn good. And you know, as a Spellblade, you're not someone who's like versed in rituals, right? But you've been around them. You kind of know what they are. You've got a couple under your belt, but they're not like an extensive list from the library. But as you're looking over these here, you notice some of the like elemental moves that they're pulling off, and you're noticing this is not just like a anti-summoning ritual. It's also like funneling that energy somewhere. It's not just funneling it into the earth like they say.
I immediately, once I realized this and I realized I'm being deceived, and I think just because of previous memories of this right here, I want to take a shot. Like I want to draw my bow and I want to take a shot, and at that stick or that staff that they put into the ground that they were shooting all the energy into, that all the stuff's getting channeled through. I want to take a shot at that to try to hit it and destroy it.
Okay. I'm happy to see how that works out for you.
Do I want to do this? When you say stuff like that, so y'all came up and y'all told me what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
I show up right after you make this shot.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm seeing. Are you right there, y'all, before I see this, or after?
I was thinking after, because like it would take me a little bit of time. It took me some time. I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh man, now I'm curious if I do or not.
Here,
what's that?
Do a fate roll. Fate roll above 10. I arrive before. Under 10, I arrive after whatever action you take. Okay. So I would arrive and communicate before you take any action.
Okay, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm seeing, and I'm going to be like, I think they're doing something like. They're not trying to put this back. They're not trying to reverse anything. I think they're channeling energy somewhere, and I don't know where it's going. Should we? Do I destroy? I feel like I just need to destroy that stick, or do we just talk to Mara and ask Mara?
Set the card on fire because I broke the lock on accident.
You want me to blow it up?
As long as you can make it look like it wasn't us.
Can I trip and cast Chaos Bolt at the cart?
Wait, I mean, does it seem like do you think what Draven, is there any connection to what you've learned and what was in that crate, you think? Like, is it channeling energy into that spear or the heart or something? Could they be connected in some way?
Did you see anything happening was that thing pulsing with energy? Did you notice that?
Alex, would I have noticed any kind of connection or anything?
Sorry, I was honestly waiting for you to respond, and I was like, oh yeah, did you? No, honestly, you didn't feel like anything like pulsing off of it, more so than when you opened it. Like nothing is going into it at the moment. It is a elemental orb of like the Tempest, but it's what you got.
Yeah, definitely something they're not telling us. And know if it's better to wait for them to complete what they're doing so we can see what it is, or if it's better to interrupt it so they can't complete it. Should we assume it's nefarious since they didn't tell us?
I'm gonna go up. Is Mara anywhere near us right now?
Not necessarily, no. Mara is the magical one. There's 3 people making a triangle around the elemental to be able to seal it. Essentially, the only one who's not part of this current ritual is the fighter, who's just like posted it up trying to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Oh god, the fighter would be the one that's not posted up. I'm gonna go up to. I think I'm gonna go up to Wave Marshal Keth, and I'm going. I want to grab him and spin him around, and I want to do an intimidation. Like, you're not trying to reverse this ritual. You're channeling energy. Where are you channeling it to? And I want to like try to do an intimidation and make him tell me.
Go for
or
it.
see if I can.
Be there too, but I don't think I have a way that I could assist you. I can't think of a way I could assist in being intimidating.
Not the best.
There's gotta be.
Yeah, every time you ask a question to like figure something out, it's like 2. But every time you roll to like put something in someone's pocket, 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're trying to get a big hit on us with like the guy over, and it's just like 4.
Yes.
I have an idea. Could I like add to the conversation? I don't know if this counts as assist or not, but I want to be like, I was suspicious that there was something you guys are doing that was up to no good, so I just checked some bags and I found evidence that someone in your party is being bribed. Could that be a way of assisting the intimidation of like, what are you trying to accomplish here?
Specifically, that route, calling in their honor into question, would work the least well with this specific man. But I would allow you to have some form of help with it, maybe like a D6 instead of a D8.
Yeah, that's fair. I was already throwing a D6. 16?
Okay. A little bit better. The intimidation went from Draven's hand slipping off the man's shoulder to actually whipping him around and looking me in the eyes. And as you do, like, say your piece, he's just gonna say back to you, we're all dealing with magics nobody really understands. This is for the good of Katabrana, Enza, and the Thessalar Enclave. And he's kind of a stern person, but I'm not really trying to like make a situation where you 2 fight. But he would have absolutely been like, go off, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
I'm not sure.
So there's gonna be one more fate roll based on all of these 3 on how well they're doing. It's actually not going very well. The ritual is getting a little bit skewed for the moment. They're like winning, right? But everything isn't necessarily going to plan. The elemental is getting unsummoned, but like the life energy is getting pushed back into the earth, and you're gonna notice a large amount of life energy go to the closest elemental conduit, which should have been the Tempest Heart. Instead, it's going to the stick of Yggdrasil.
Should we recognize that name?
Yggdrasil is the world tree, the first name of Talaren. You're holding an elemental conduit.
My stick?
Yes, your stick just stole the life energy that they were trying to steal from this elemental.
Oh, no way.
Interesting. I feel like that's awesome, but also maybe not good. Can they tell? Can I tell? Can they tell? Like, what's the...
It was not apparent what happened. They think that it's succeeded, but just barely. But they failed in essentially completing what they were trying to do.
So they're trying to charge this heart on top of sending this thing back where it came from.
Yep.
Maybe we should let them finish what they're doing and then just confront them after.
So they are kind of finished with what they're doing since the life energy is getting pushed out of
that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
So they successfully sealed it away. They thought they successfully sealed some of its energy into the Tempest Heart, and they're starting to, like, you know, pat themselves on the back, take the sweat off your brow, and they're looking around kind of at you and kind of at you guys, and Draven kind of having this conversation with the Wave Marshal. It's raising a couple of questions, specifically from Mara, because she's so innocent, she doesn't really know why there would be conflict at such a like congratulatory time. And you're also going to see that Sen is just like more aggressive than you would assume, with you guys being aggressive to them. You would assume that the Wave Marshal would be in your face, but Sen is so much more like, oh yeah, than anyone else. So it should be like high fives and congratulations, but as they see Draven and the Wave Marshal in each other's face, tensions rise. But not
Sen's
to a point of
adding to this.
not to a point of conflict.
Yeah. Okay. And did we know that my stick took the power? They don't. Is that correct? Like, we know that happened.
Yeah, your stick got a little bit longer, a little bit like heavier, and you now know the like instinctively the name of it, the stick of Yggdrasil.
Name? I'm gonna write that down. Can I? So like Yag isn't particularly. He's more of like sit back and watch people than he is like necessarily try to influence them.
Okay.
So maybe I'm abusing this skill, but could he maybe do an insight check of like what would be making her so aggressive? Like Sen, like why would she, like if this is coming across as like maybe out of character, maybe some insight into like what is prompting her to act this way.
Yeah, that sounds good.
21.
Nice, good roll. And yeah, you are totally able to tell that this is out of character for her, at least from what she's shown. She's a bit of like a more abrasive woman than Mara for sure, but not to this extent. It's almost seeming like she's keying into you guys, keying into them. She's like, are they on my trail? Are you guys starting to like suspect something? Why do they keep asking all these weird questions? That type of stuff is just like starting to build up in her own mind as she's like getting extra defensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely share that if there would be a way to sort of whisper in Draven's ear about it. Like she definitely knows that they're keeping something from us, is being way too, aggressive about. She protests too much, basically.
She does.
The Lady Death protested, yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't quote that because that probably isn't in this world, but yeah, interesting. So I think maybe Yag would be like, if there's a moment he's like watching and it's mostly Keth and Draven, then I think after like kind of watching for a minute, Yag would turn to Sen to like kind of like be not like aggressively turning, whatever, but anyways, interact with her and basically be like, so you're trying to steal energy and you're trying to like get in on my secret garden? Like what other secrets are you hiding?
Since you guys did have a pretty good roll previously, she's already kind of defensive and lets a bit too much slip out while she's being defensive. What do you know about secrets? Keeping secrets? Screw that damn garden of yours. There's only the elemental energies that we focus on here. And she's just gonna like prattle off a couple of different things where it's like, you don't know how important this is, you don't know how important that is when it comes to like the nature, magma titan, ritual magics or anything like that, as she like continues her tirade. And she does let slip that the time of the Titans have been over for centuries. The 4 Titans have not touched these lands for a long time, and their time is over, and we're going to ensure of that today.
No, you're not. That's not gonna happen. I feel like I'm about to get in a confrontation with them. I thought you guys. I thought your whole. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say shtick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke. Sorry, that's a terrible pun. Dick and shtick, like they're anyways.
It's knowledge. Yeah. I thought your whole thing was about knowledge, and I'm trying to find my notes like super quick on this. and it was to study. Studying isn't destroying. Studying isn't ending something. You might as well just take all your books in your libraries and all your fancy scrolls you got and just burn them, because that is what you're essentially doing here.
And she's just gonna respond with, "How will you study when there's nothing left? Everyone knows the Age of Titans is done with, and it's been widely accepted here out. We are currently seeking a way to rid us of the Magma Titan. What do you think we're all doing here? You yourself included."
You said you were looking a way to put them back where they belong, not destroy them.
They would be unsummoned, but at the same time, just trying to get rid of them. In all reality, that's their goal. They're not gonna like destroy them. That could have just been me misspeaking.
No, that was me misunderstanding. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the same page for trying to find a way of putting them back. So, like, why would you be secretive about some of the things that you're doing? Is this something that isn't sanctioned a Shellbore?
So,
Yes, I forget.
yeah. No, you're good. This will be something that is like officially sanctioned, but it's not something that's like plan A, B, C, or even X, Y, almost not even Z. But they're like the contingency unit. They're the backup. They have a certain duty to complete, and sometimes it might seem a little bit more like underhanded, but it's not like it's not like in spite of anyone. It's not going to be a bad thing, more or less, is what she's trying to say. She's still not alluding entirely to what she's doing, but they are, and she did put emphasis on the 4 Titans. They are studying the 4 Titans and trying to figure out what makes them tick and how to get rid of them.
Do you guys know the location of the other 2?
The other 2's location are not necessarily known to us, or they don't exist at the moment. And that's just kind of like, I guess, a little bit of meta knowledge, because you're still in the middle of a conversational a little bit of a, thank you. A little bit of a tirade there.
Okay. I think, yeah, okay. But I still feel like I don't understand. Like, it feels like what you're doing isn't inherently, unless there's something you're not telling me, it seems like what you guys are doing isn't, like, at odds with what we would want, at odds with anything that Enza believes in or we've agreed to. So it still seems very strange that you were, like, keeping part of the secret from us, that it sort of smacks of, like, you are doing something you wouldn't want us to find out about. Everything you're saying is stuff that we would be okay with. What are you not telling us?
Okay. And to kind of like help out a little bit more, let's just say you let it slip that you know about the Tempest Heart, and that is new information to the other 3. So Sen knows about the Tempest Heart, the other 3 don't.
Yeah, I would specifically, that would make sense to me to be like, why are you hiding, like, this Tempest Heart and, like, the spear and everything? Like, this is all very strange when it seems like we're on the same page about all of these things.
Definitely. And Lyris is going to, like, kind of under his breath to Mara, and it's going to be kind of apparent for Draven to pick it up, especially if he has some of that telepathy working for him. But he's just going to lean over to Mara and going to be like, didn't we leave that at Thessalar?
No, it's right. It's in that crate I just opened up.
And sweat, starting to appear upon Sen's face. She starts to not even look at you 2 anymore. And she looks at the other 3 sea elves and starts leading her case. If we don't summon the Storm Titan, what chance do we have of fighting the Magma Titan? This is ridiculous. Why is it Plan Z that we even think to try to accost ourselves when we could start such a new battle? Some battle such far away from us that it wouldn't even be close to a problem. A battle that I'm sure we can win. And she's really trying to do a rousing speech here, trying to, like, gather the sea elves to be like, you know what, you're right. We should summon the 3rd Titan to fight the Magma Titan, so that way we can hopefully just be a little bit better off in the end.
And that's what the Tempest Heart is all about. Whether or not she's able to move you guys with her words is up to you, but she's kind of moved the Wave Marshal. He's kind of like, well, listen, we need to have all contingencies in place. Mara is just completely against this. She knows the great cost that it takes to even summon a Titan and try to reseal it. And then you're gonna see Lyris just kind of like on the fence. He doesn't necessarily want to go against what Thessalar has like commanded, but at the same time, it's not like going against it per se, because it is still an option on the table. They're here to assure that that option is available if it's the last possible thing to do. But it appears that Acolyte Sen thinks it should be Plan A.
So she's doing this on her own, but it is officially sanctioned.
It is an officially sanctioned Plan Z that the Thessalar would like to employ. It's actually Plan X, because Plan Z is summoning the Ocean Titan. The Ocean Titan would not be able to go on to land and would decimate a majority of the land that it's summoned from. So say goodbye to the Thessalar Enclave. But at the same time, it would totally win if the Magma Titan was in its environment.
Yeah, interesting.
So the 4 elements have a corresponding Titan to them, and she's trying to summon the Air Titan.
Okay. I'm color me intrigued. I think Yannick would be like, is there any way of like controlling this one? Because you've seen the devastation that even just accidentally the other Titans can do. Not just when they're summoned, like, looking at, you're pointing at this massive area, but also just like Toleren, like how much damage has she done to where you guys, just by her mere presence.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to control this Titan if it's your Plan A?
The goal is not control, it's to unleash. And once all Titans are weakened from a monumental battle, the goal is to be resealed. As far as
would you be releasing?
No one knows how to take out the Magma Titan.
So how do we know that they're going to work together against the Magma Titan?
They all have their own proclivities, and the Storm Titan, just as you may assume, its whims blow with the wind. Should it side with us, that would be great. Should it side with the Magma Titan, that would be terrifying. But it's very unlikely that it'll side with anyone. So summoning it somewhere close to the Magma Titan or sending it in that direction is really the goal.
So where's your book that controls its direction? How do we know because it's like approaching Enza, so you're just going to summon it right next to Enza and hope that it goes in the direction of the Magma Titan instead of just also towards Enza?
There will have to be a summoning site for the Storm Elemental, and we have a bit of an idea to hopefully send it in the right direction. It does need to follow an elemental energy signal to be able to just function in many different ways. And it's kind of like a primal thing that'll send it in other directions.
This sounds very sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah. This doesn't even sound good.
The more you talk, the less convinced I am. Doc would say that. Like the more you talk, the less convincing of a strategy this is.
This just sounds like a pure Hail Mary pass.
No plan. Yeah.
But I'm gonna look at Yogg and I'm gonna be like, I heard. I know I haven't been back long, but I know I saw reports that Enza doesn't have long at all. Is this worth the last ditch effort? Is it worth it to take the chance? Because could it get any worse than what it's going to be in 6 months? Or I guess, what are we at, 5 months now? 4 months?
About that.
Yeah.
As smart as I am, don't feel like I can make that decision. Like, if it was just children, sure, but it's this whole population of Enza and everything that feels like above my pay grade. It's certainly a conversation that Enza should be a part of. This shouldn't be a decision that someone far away gets to make that decides our fate.
I don't know.
It does also decide their fate as well. Just think of the Magma Titan as a straight line. If it goes straight through Enza, Thessalar Enclave is about a month or 2 away from that too.
Yeah, but you could summon that after Enza was destroyed, and not necessarily before. Yeah, see, it kind of feels like it could just like there's other things we're doing, and if like for example, like if you can do this ritual and it can go to a different conduit of like different titans, why don't we do this to strengthen the nature titan instead of adding a loose cannon titan to the mix? I'll pull up the stick and I'll be like, you see, like your ritual you just did, like it works for other conduits. Like you could be doing this to power up Tolerant. Like this is proof.
A very wise and astute assumption for you to say, but I'm not sure that our help is needed at the time for Tolerant specifically. She doesn't necessarily cycle our elemental energies as efficiently as we would hope. We're unable to, let's just say we have fire magic and she's unable to take elemental fire energy inherently. She has to cycle it through neutral and then all the way to plant energy just to be able to get a quarter of what we were able to provide.
But if there's a way to heal her, like we have another one of these parts. We actually have a girl that was accidentally, or inadvertently, her soul was trapped into a diamond, or into a diamond, I think it was, by her father, who thought he was resurrecting her, but instead her soul is there, and a soul is a powerful energy. There has to be ways to be able to heal Tolerant more, so we don't have to go to this type of extreme. And Tolerant may be able to speak to the other element and help us out. Like we need to pursue that rather than go this route.
Okay. Do you want to maybe give a roll or two to see how well you are to persuade Sen here? She's still like campaigning for like, let's go Air Titan, you know? So it's really hard for her, but you are able to like sway the others. Well,
Roll separately.
yeah. If you want to.
Oh my gosh. How is that? Oh,
A little bit better. A little bit better. So I'm gonna say that Draven, you tried your best to like appeal to Lyrus's like human side, right? And that just didn't work very well. He's very, very analytical, and he's like, summoning the Storm Titan might just be the best chance for everybody's survival, even if it does involve chaos meeting chaos. So like he's kind of like stepped over to Acolyte Sen's side a little bit. But Yogg, you're sitting here talking to Mara, and she's very much is against this type of thing. And Wavemaster Marshall Keth is feeling like bad for even considering summoning the Storm Titan because of Mara herself. Like the way that she's reasoning, the way that she's like holding her demeanor, it's almost like he's picking on his little sister by disagreeing with her in a way. So like he's kind of like inching over to her side more and more, to like the humanity side of this. So you've got their cast kind of split here between summoning the Storm Titan and not. And the only reason why it's kind of like do it now or don't do it at all is because the materials are here.
Can I think part of the way that Yogg does that is to explain Staff is immune to fire, and be like, clearly your culture like not the same as mine. Like in my culture, pranking you like that is like a sign of like not affection, but like a sign of like caring about you and things like that. But being like, so obviously like you didn't like it that I tricked you in doing that, like, and basically being like, if this was a good idea, she wouldn't need to be tricking you. Like she just doing the same thing to you with this entire ploy. So like obviously, like if she really thought she was right, she would have just come out and said it.
And she accepts that. She really does like try to. You've been talking with her the most, more or less, so you guys kind of have a little bit of a connection. It was more of a familial spat with the stick, so she's kind of like on your side, and more so because of it. So you guys do have these guys split down the middle, with opinions on summoning the Titan or not. What do you guys?
They're trying to summon this.
What do you guys think?
They're
What is your stance
right
really?
now?
Lyrus wants.
I actually am kind of pro.
Sen wants to, but Sen and
We could summon it right here, right? Like we could summon it right now as part of what the deal is.
So you can't summon it here, but there will be a summoning site for the Storm Titan.
Oh, I meant like they could do like another ritual or something and charge art to be able to summon it. That's what I mean.
Yeah, if they wanted to, they could do another ritual summoning. Well, maybe. Just depends on how much elemental ambient magic is around that they're able to tap into.
Is there a way where we could come to a compromise? Yeah, Chris.
What if right, do we have to be like at this site to summon it?
No, it's a different site.
What if we just sneak into Karn Obsidia and summon it there?
So it is actually kind of close to
people?
Karn. It is closer to Karn Obsidia than it would be to Enza because it's a mountainous site. Which is kind of funny for you to say that.
Because if we summon it there, there's a higher chance of it going that route than towards Enza.
Maybe.
I feel like it's going to come down to a fate roll, and we're not going to do good.
That feels so evil, though. Like, we already let this magma titan be summoned in their land and like cause all this devastation. Like, why don't you just summon another one in your land?
Well, first off, they don't like us anyways. Second, it maybe doing that there hopefully will destroy that one. But then how does this one, like if this one's released and it does just destroy Kolgan, then what happens? Then what makes this go away?
Yeah, it's like you get it's like you feed a mouse a cookie type of a situation. Like, all right, then we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna get this, and it's just escalating. So
I don't want to do it.
I'm not entirely convinced against it, but like, what if we make
Magnus would want to do it? I'll tell you right now, Magnus would be all for doing it. Like, let's go do it. Let's go. Draven doesn't really want to do it.
Why don't we could still do what's necessary to make it be possible to summon it, but then maybe we hang on to it ourselves. And that's the compromise. Like, Enza holds on to the ability to summon it. Like you guys charge the heart, but then we'll keep the heart. Is that a reasonable compromise?
What about the heart that we got that you guys, I wasn't there for, but what about that heart, dude? Like, that's another heart.
That is definitely an elemental heart that could be used for some sort of Titan charging or other things like that. It's a large amount of elemental power in it, for sure.
Is there any way we could use this heart to charge Tolerant? Like, I want to ask that, if they know anything about that. Since they know all this elemental stuff.
Yes, but it's the wrong element, so it'll be less for sure. Especially in a way to... It's a catalyst for something huge, but to use it on Tolerant would be something minimal.
Yeah, you were saying that before. I understand that.
Yeah, but the other heart, what if we studied the other heart and found out what that was? Maybe that one wouldn't be the wrong element.
It does seem like it would be the right one.
Yeah, this type of ritual, is this something that you could do for us or teach us how to do? Because we have a heart that would be a plant heart. Why don't we use what you can do here to charge that one? And try that first. Superpower Tolerant.
I mean... If you're looking to summon a Titan, sure, we could probably help that, but healing the Titan is a little bit harder. Just being able to push elemental energy at something doesn't necessarily help. You have to be able to absorb it and then use it, and that's what the Seeds of Ascension are for. And the amount of elemental energy that we're able to feed them is nowhere near enough to be enough to heal her at a productive rate. So we have mana, we just don't have abilities to use it.
Okay, above board here, would Draven know that energy went into the stick that Yogg has?
I don't think you would have known. It was just kind of like because Yogg had it.
I think I communicated that, right? Didn't I? Like,
yeah.
I pulled it out and stuff. So maybe not initially, but then I was like, hey, look.
So, I mean, could we just use the energy that went into your stick to charge that other seed, the other heart, or use that if the energy is in that, because the heart's just a vessel of the energy. If this stick you have is of Tolerant and now it has the energy in it, essentially that energy is Tolerant now. So let's give her this stick that has the energy in it. Maybe it charges her up. I don't know if I would need to do I don't know if that would work.
You're good. You described it well enough that your assumption is correct. Whatever elemental energy goes into the staff is turned into nature energy. or the earth element.
I have to give back the stick? It means so much to me.
But maybe, y'all, maybe she gave it to you for a reason. And maybe this is that reason.
Okay, now you're making me emotional. She does love me. I knew it.
She trusted you.
Oh, like how?
And y'all,
Charged.
you've been. Yeah, what?
I was just gonna ask like how charged the stick is. Would I have any way of sensing that at all? Yogg has no magical abilities basically whatsoever.
I don't think you'd be able to guess like how much energy is within the stick. You're just able to gauge like its current evolution. So like it just looked like a normal stick with like a twig on it. Now it looks like the top of the stick is starting to curl just a little bit, kind of like a fiddlehead fern. You'll see a couple of like leaves coming off of each of the sides, so it almost feels like it's alive. So it's starting to feel like a really cool stick, just through evolutionary like things that you're able to see, but you can't gauge power.
Could Draven be able to tell like how powerful it is or anything? If I
Could I do an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
Would I be able to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, here's the thing. I'm about to roll this, and I really want to know this. So I know right now this roll is going to come out to 6 or less.
Can we ask one of them to assist though?
Hey, you're not really somebody who like gauges weapons, right? So like if you were gonna look at a magical item and be like, oh, this has 3 uses left on it, that's not usually your bag. But for some reason you are able to like look at this stick here and be like, you know, I bet if you did this like one more time it'd turn into something else. So you're kind of like gauging like its evolutionary track more or less, and it seems like there's something after what you've got right now.
Can we convince? I think this makes sense. Like, let's try to convince them. Let's do this one more time and charge this instead.
If you want to, sure. And it'll take just a short amount of time that you're able to like gather a little bit more energy, get a much smaller elemental to come out that you can trap and seal away. But you've got a powerful staff, more or less, in your hands, and it's the problem is to be able to convert energy. So you do have nature energy that you're able to send out, and that's very helpful. But they're still kind of like on the fence if they want to summon the Storm Titan or not. And what do you guys think? Like this group is still trying to decide yes or no.
I don't want to.
Okay, so there's 2 yes, 2 no. We got 1 for no for Draven, 3 yes, or 3 no, 2 yes.
Yeah, I feel like Yogg isn't necessarily opposed, just mostly like he feels like this isn't a choice he could make. Like it isn't a fair, so many lives are at stake, you know? He's like, I can't. Okay. So I guess the answer is no, but like not because he's necessarily opposed to it, but just that he feels like it's not up to him to decide. So I guess it's effectively a no, but like not a hard pass, more of like a wait.
Okay, good to know. So I'm gonna say that no wins over overall, and then what essentially ends up happening here is it's a stare down between Wave Marshal Keth and Scholar Envoy Lyris. Lyris is definitely somebody who's in the lead. He has like a status above Wave Marshal, but the Wave Marshal is essentially just gonna be like, I'll cast a side rank here and right now. I don't care. I quit. We're not doing this. Like he's gonna take forward, go in front of Mara, and he's just gonna like see that you guys are also backing up his decision, and he's gonna say, Shelbourne would never approve of this type of tactic, and you know it. This may not specifically be against what we're trying to do, but you know it's not in the spirit. And he's just gonna like raise his trident against Lyris, and he says, what are you doing now? Should you betray us? And he's just gonna like point back at Mara, and then Lyris is going to just kind of like back down a little bit, and he's gonna say, we can't do this. We can't force it, Sen. This was never the plan in the first place. And then Sen is just distraught, kind of like beside herself and very, very angry about the fact. You can see all of them starting to disperse just a little bit from this area after the confrontation. And it seems like they're getting ready to go, hopefully home. And they're all packing separately now. It seems like they're not leaving together from the dispute.
Who do we go with?
I feel like we should try to get them to come back to Enza together.
Like I don't want them to take the heart with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do you think we could just convince them, like, hey, for safety's sake, let's travel together back? Like, if they're not willing to do, like, I would try to convince them first, like, hey, let's do the ritual one more time. If you're not willing to do that, like, why not?
Could I lie to them?
Sure.
Could I lie to them and tell them that, hey, we got a quicker ride. We can call in Ozzy, and then we can fly him directly back to Enza with the heart.
Sounds good to me.
Go ahead and go for a fate roll to see how well that worked.
I'm not rolling that one.
I get a +10 on this, right?
9. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Were you telling me to roll the fate roll, or were you? Is that what you were telling me?
Well, you blitzed on that one.
My internet's slow. Hold on. I think I hit it. Did it? Oh, it just went through.
Yeah. So the people that you would assume would follow you back to Enza are going to be Mara and Wave Marshal. You're also going to begrudgingly get Lyris to follow you as well. But Acolyte Sen is not having it. She essentially stormed off in the first moments, trying to like get her crap and get out of there. And one of the things that's considered her crap is also going to be the heart and the Leviathan's tooth.
I think not gonna let that happen. Can I come up and confront her and be like, why are you stealing my things?
She would kind of be doing this before you would have a chance to like intercept her, but maybe you could catch her on the way out.
Go try to catch up with her.
Okay.
To like make a big scene, pull out the twig and the dirt and the tobacco leaves from her pocket and be like, I knew it, thief, trying to get in on my tobacco business.
This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well.
And she's like, oh,
Basically, what I'm trying to accomplish here is to like a little bit of chaos, but it's largely to just be like to get other people to help me stop her. Like, she's doing something shady here, and we shouldn't allow her to go, basically.
okay, definitely. And the other ones are kind of a little preoccupied, so they're all just like avoiding each other for the most part. And they don't necessarily like see her doing what she's doing, and they do kind of assume that she'll be back eventually. So it's not something that they're like super pressed about. But as you start to like, raise concerns about this, they are starting to question the people that they've been with for several years, like Mara, or like Acolyte Sen, and they kind of see what you're saying. They're looking at her packs like they're a little bit heavier, and you get the first objection from, of course, Wave Marshal. Says, what you carrying back there? Trying to investigate just a little bit better. And she conceals what she can as she tries her best to back away. And Yog, you're still next to her.
Can I try to like grab stuff and like dump it out or something? Like, I don't really know what would make sense here, but
Sure. If you were gonna like try to go for her bag or whatever, all the things that she shoved into it, you could probably like get the top of it to try to like knock her over and have a couple of things fall out, if that's what you're thinking.
yeah, can I make like an agility check or something, or I don't know what.
Can I because I still have my bow out and I'm holding onto my bow. Can I telepathically just into her and just shout as loud as I can, "What are you doing?" Like, and just try to like, I'm just trying to like distract her and shock her a little bit while Yog's trying to do that.
For a little bit of help, sure.
Yeah.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yeah,
Is that stretching that too much? Like, do it like jump up on her shoulders or something and like be crazy like that?
Hey, hold on. That rolled a 10. That should have been a 6 or an 8. That should have been an 8. Oh, let me re-roll that.
Oh, right, a D8 instead of a D20.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, still 6. Okay.
30.
Pretty darn good, I might say. And you're able to basically rip off the bag in the most like cinematic way possible. Every piece of like everything that she has inside of her backpack is starting to like fall out, just like in comedic fashion, where it's like displaying this, and that. And then the box opens up with the heart and the Leviathan tooth just poking out at everyone. And it's like a big, "You really took it?" type of thing.
Oh, sorry.
And for sure, this is the point when Wave Marshal moves to arrest Acolyte Set.
Nice. Good job, Yog.
There is a small moment where the heart and tooth are still out and about, but Lyris would capitalize on that relatively quickly if somebody doesn't.
I would very quickly. I would blink blade. I would use my blink blade, like I'm going in, and I would try to get there as quick as possible to scoop them up.
Okay, definitely. And you're gonna make it there before Lyris. These are like a bunch of nerds compared to an athlete to you. And you definitely like swoop in real quick. And now you have a very powerful elemental artifact in your hands.
All right. I'm gonna be like, I'll have it. And Draven's a really big, imposing individual. And I'll look at Yogg. I'm like, let's take this back. Let's protect it, and let's just keep it safe for now.
Yeah, if we can convince, like, when we get back to Enza, if we can convince any of them to like stick around and help share some of their knowledge of this like elemental magic and stuff, I think that would be incredibly useful too, incredibly valuable.
Yeah, and I'd like to spend that time, because we did call Ozzy, but I would like to spend that time trying to talk to them, reach out to them, and let them know like we're not against, we're not against you guys. We just want to try to go, we're trying to just increase our odds and chances with our first plans, not our last plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, versus making.
Yeah, and we want their help. We want their help. We don't want to shut them out. We want this to be a collaborative thing.
And 3 out of the 4 of them are very cooperative and apologetic. You can tell that this was kind of like an impromptu thing. None of them really planned for it, but they were here to gather information. For 3 out of 4 of them, their motivations were true.
Yeah,
So
hopefully we can. Yeah.
Yeah, they are with you for the most part. And
Okay.
Lyris, being the level-headed man that he is, he will also suggest, now I don't want to alarm you, but this type of thing is something incredibly powerful and incredibly expensive. It is possible that the Thessalar Enclave will request this back. It was never supposed to leave in the first place, and in many ways it might come across as stealing an ancient artifact. So please, I implore you, have your leader talk to my leader. Very candidly and very slowly.
I definitely plan on having, I don't know if it would be Sister Anya or whoever, probably be Sister Anya because she was there at the Enclave. And I would be like, I have no intentions, and Enza has no intentions of keeping this artifact from you guys. We definitely want to return it. And Sister Anya, who I feel built a whatever, with your envoy,
Shelbourne.
I am positive she's going to want to bring it back personally herself to return it and ensure it's back in its proper hands, location, home, whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we would try to keep this. Honestly, I really don't think we would try, because we want them to be allies, and I really think we would be giving this back regardless.
I think short term in the moment, this not letting the sketchy lady walk away with it, same thing. I think we would want to try to use it to assist in this situation, but once the crisis is over, and I think we would tell them, hey, we have this.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't try to be like, we didn't take that. That's totally somebody,
Well, I think the best thing is like I said though, we have Sister Anya, take it back, but we let them know we'd like to use this to do what we want to do, how we're intending to use it, and how we're intending to use it for Talaran, and not basically use it without their consent.
We have a conversation, hey, you might even have a better idea of how it can be used.
Yeah.
Let's work together instead of trying to send agents across the border to stealthily, do some kind of crazy magic things with ancient artifacts. Why don't we talk about it first, about the best ways to use it?
I feel like that'll probably be a good approach, and they're likely open to a conversation as well, as long as all of their subordinates make it back safe and sound. And one of them will make it back safe and sound and have cuffs, but that's their own fault.
I mean, pretty good friends, so I can smooth
I would say we just go back there, the Thessalar Enclave, right now and drop them off. But I think getting Sister Anya is the better option to handle the interaction with Vera Shelbourne.
Yeah, it's definitely probably the best idea to let leaders butt heads instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
But Ozzy's here,
I'm gonna let them
and
keep
we're on the way
my
back to
tobacco, but I'm gonna take my gold back from Mira.
Okay.
Like when we're on the way back, like to there, not like after, like while we're in Enza, if we have like a private moment, I'd be like, hey, I need that money back now.
She's not gonna know a single thing you're talking about. And be like, what? Did
saw
I
you
borrow
slipping in
something
there."
from you?
Yeah, it's 100 gold. It's not a big deal, but it seems suspicious if you were to like have Enza gold on you, so you should probably give it back.
She's gonna dig through the pocket that you actually suggest she dig through, and she's gonna be like, why do I have this? What? Okay, this feels underhanded, but here. And then she just hands you the gold.
Let this be a lesson to not take bribes. You will get caught.
Just eyebrows furled into a unibrow at this point. She's like, yeah.
I wish I had an egg in a pan so I can be like, this is your brain. This is your brain on bribes.
That's perfect. But hey, I
You should
think
see what we found in what's her face's bag. This is not nearly as bad. Anyways, anything else we need to wrap up?
yeah, we are pretty much done with this adventure here. And if you guys do want to see one of the other outcomes of this adventure, this was totally possible.
What would that one look like? Oh,
That's cool.
You know, that's just like the elemental right there.
that is sick. I love that.
And
Oh,
So we should. Hey, Draven and Yogg were there for the other two. Why not a third?
yeah. You know, Draven feels a little good. He didn't release a third one, or not part of a third one, like being released.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think when it's all over, like Yogg
Yeah.
will like come and like Sam's Draven's sword and be like, guess what? We stopped one of them. It's possible.
Yeah, and you know, and Draven's gonna feel a lot better now. Like he's always been kind of like with the arm thing, but now he's just like he's feeling good. He feels real. He's glad he came back. He's glad like whatever calling was telling him to come back to the Radiant Vanguard.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, this was it. This is what I needed. He feels a big win right now.
Good. And you guys did really well. No catastrophic world-ending consequences happened in today's episode.
I know. Finally.
I was gonna say for once, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Alex, man, that was great session, man.
Thank you. And thanks for playing, guys. It was really fun. I was hoping Cody would show up at the end, but I think he's still working.
Toy in the sky.